What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. 24 hours away, baby. Let's go. Let's go. This ain't the fuck like oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's cold.
Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick DelGozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our doc. Got to make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Tom Arnone, Nick DelGozzo, Brian Wilson. Don't see Greg. You know what I mean? No, we don't see Greg. Might be with us shortly, might not. You know what I mean? We'll see where his night takes him. But we got a lot to talk.
I think he's got a pinky out.
He's got pinky out, umbrella drink, maybe. Crumb of the week, the end of the show. We'll do that. Phillies versus Braves. We'll preview the series, which, I mean, to me is like whatever now. I mean, you're 2.5 out. Like, you go sweep somebody. I mean, you know, okay. Then go sweep somebody. Right? I mean, that's where you're at.
Really, two. But that little half game is weird, man. So basically, because the Braves aren't going to play that game, you know what I mean? Braves aren't playing that game unless they have to.
Yeah.
The game against Colorado. Mm-hmm. So technically, if we end up a half game up or a half game out, then the Braves play Monday against Colorado.
Yep.
And then if we end up tied, then we would have to play them on Tuesday. Fucking mess. It's a mess. But basically, a half game either way, the Braves play Colorado Monday. So we're like 2 out.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, we are. Well, we are.
Same thing.
We're 2.5. We're 2.5. Currently, because they would have to play that game if that game means anything for them. So that's where we're at. So you got to go to Atlanta.
And who thinks that Colorado's going to win that game? They probably want to play in that game.
Yeah, nobody wants to play. I mean, they might not even show up. They might just play it fine. But
they should have made them play tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Why are they not? I guess Colorado plays tomorrow, or.
Yeah, they play the Nationals, but you play 5 o'clock, you know, a little twilight. I mean, that's what you do. You don't wait. I understand that. If you had like a 5-game lead, then you want to do that. But it's still tight enough where just make them hit it on the way home from San Diego and then go from there. I don't know.
Yeah, well, regardless, the Eagles got to. I mean, the Eagles, the Phillies got to go to Atlanta and sweep them. I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, I can't even say 2 or 3. The 2 or 3 games out, you got to go down there. You got to sweep them if you want to play in October this year. In meaningful baseball. If not, then you got to pray and hope for somebody else to do a job for you.
Yeah, no one's going to do it for us.
No, nobody's.
You're right, because we've already seen it's not happened. The fucking Padres just lost 3 or 4 at home. Thanks a lot, San Diego. Yeah, so that ain't going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. And the Braves are a good baseball team. So
yeah, so we got to go. The only chance is to sweep. It's very unlikely, but that's our only chance. Let's go.
Last night was a killer. Last night, and obviously,
killer.
You can't lose it. You can't get like 4 hits against the Pirates, but last night was a killer. You know what I mean? That was a fucking pass ball, then a fucking blooper, and then, the dreaded extra inning fucking win. You know what I mean? That was a killer.
Yeah, tough one. When
you're up 7-3 in the 7th. It's a killer. Come on, hold the fucking lead.
We need you to hold that lead for us.
You got to hold the lead.
Well, we'll talk Packers, Niners live reactions throughout this game. Eagles, Cowboys pregame is our main topic at hand. Ties into our poll question. Brought to you by Manscaped, and you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Head to toe, baby. Taken care of. They take care of you. Go use the promo code A2D. Not only do you get 20% off, but you get the free shipping as well. Our poll question for tonight's show, Andre Dillard will step up for the Eagles. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Like, subscribe, follow, download, join the conversation, talk about it. We'll also do score predictions, offensive, defensive players in the game. All right. And that's your chance to win a little $25 Venmo, Cash App, whatever you got. We'll Venmo right over to you if you nail it. And offensive, defensive player of the game is the tiebreaker on that. So you screenshot it, send it over to us. We'll also give you ours, and we'll go through of what, a little bit around the NFL as well tonight. So we got everything. But the poll, Andre Dillard will step up. Listen, he needs to be great tomorrow night, and you need to be great and hit the like and hit the subscribe and fuck with an algorithm. Okay, that's what we need to do. We need to get this show bumping. All right, bump it. It is a big game tomorrow night. It's a huge game. Huge game. People tell me it's early, late. I don't care. There's no early and late in the NFL when we talk about divisional games. Divisional games are always there at the end, per se, in terms of win-losses. They're so important on dictating who wins and loses the division. They just are. They are. They always have been. So this is a big time, almost, can you go steal a game in Dallas tomorrow night? And I think Andre Dillard, I mean, obviously we know what the organization thinks of him after they used a first-round pick on him and they gave the guy behind him more money and a contract extension. So we obviously know what they think about him. Can he be good for one game? Can he step up and be good for one game? Listen, he's a first-round goddamn pick. I hope so. I hope you can be good for one game. I hope so. I don't know. I'll say agree because the consensus is probably out there, in the public is going to be disagree. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'll just say agree. You told me how he blocked out the goddamn sun in pass protection in college. Okay. Can you just not give up a sack tomorrow then?
Pac-12.
Yeah, I know where he's at. But I'm just telling you what everybody told me. So
fearsome pass rushing in the Pac-12.
No shit. I'm saying, can you give me one Monday night without giving up a sack? Can you give me one Monday night without giving up a sack? I mean, that's what you need from him. You would call that stepping up. I would call that stepping up. I think his run blocking is horrendous.
Let's just not hear his name called,
That's right. Well,
just don't want to hear his name.
The only way you're not hearing his name
is if he plays well.
If he plays well, I mean, you could hear his name if he pancakes somebody. Which
but I mean, we don't want them being like, oh, Andre Dillard beat again.
We don't want
that kind of shit.
What's his face in New York that got beat for like 5 or 6 sacks? The young guy. Back in the day.
Sean Andrews?
No, Sean Andrews could actually play.
He was a stud, yeah.
It was a left tackle from USC.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, my God. Winston Justice. Winston Justice.
Never recovered. He still just got turned around again.
I think Human Yor just had another sack.
Another one. So
that was a rough game.
Oh, real rough game. I'll say agree just because everybody's going to say disagree. It's just it makes sense too much.
I actually agree with you too, Tom.
Oh wow, look at you. Who are you?
I mean, he's a first round pick. Who are they going against? DeMarcus Lawrence is out. Who's he going against?
Yeah, I see a little Parsons on the side, but they've been doing a little of that. But that's about it.
To me, I think I'm not sure that we're going to win the game, but I think Dillard can hold his own and play well. I mean, we drafted him to be a guy that can hold his own and play well. He better be able to. That's all I'm saying. Like, he better be able to. I understand he's a backup now, but I feel like he should be. We haven't seen a whole lot of him, but from where he was drafted and everything, he should be a pretty damn good backup, I would hope. So,
I would say that's a
good
piece to have behind your left tackle that you gave a lot of money to. Is somebody that can come in there and spot start, right? I mean, I just need a spot start. Just don't be a turnstile.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's very doable for him because I don't think you're facing that great of a pass rush. I think it's very doable. I would more like to see us. I want to see how he's going to run block because I think for us to win this game, we need to run the ball. We need to run the ball very effectively. I think to win this game, just keep them off their offense off the field.
Yep, for sure.
And so that's why I think to me the run blocking is probably going to be more of a key for him And I know that's not his forte, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they get Randy Gregory back from the COVID list, which it helps a little bit. He always seems to play well against the Eagles.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get popped for something before the game.
Yeah.
You never know.
Keanu Neal just got popped for COVID too, so he's out.
Yeah, Keanu Neal's out. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that. Just speaking of guys who are out.
Yeah, they're missing some guys. I mean,
oh my God, what the fuck?
It's the NFL, but yeah, they're missing some guys.
Some guy on the Packers had a beehive on the side of his head right there. You see that? He had his hair like a.
What are you doing, young man?
What's going on there, buddy?
Sweet. What do you say? Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I mean, I would say. Yeah, I mean, I'll agree as well. I mean, they don't, no Lawrence out, as you guys alluded to, and it's not, they're not. There's no Hall of Famers, putting their hand in the ground for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? So, you'll see. We'll see what they do with Parsons. Obviously out of need, they've been putting him on the edge a little bit. They've been moving him around well because he's a tremendous athlete and he's an absolute stud. You know what I mean? So, they might use him to spy a little bit on Hurts and then, put him on the edge a little bit to rush the passer, like you said, at a necessity. You know what I mean? So, but besides that, nobody else scares you. It doesn't mean that, that it's not going to happen or they're not going to get to the quarterback. You know what I mean? But, you would expect Dillard to, this is, now or never for this guy. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has already written him off as a bust and, as a clown. So, hey, listen, no better time than Monday Night Football to step up and, and start moving guys around and like you said, whether he's, going to solidify himself as a high draft pick backup, a guy that can, at least be respectable in this league, or, is he just going to be the guy, like you said, 2-3 years in, it's, going to be bagging groceries because it's just not, this ain't the Pac-12 anymore.
Yeah, is he the fireman?
Yeah.
Is he the fireman? That's what is it? Can he play?
Mm-hmm.
Can he show up and play, or is he the fireman? Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
just be in the middle. Just don't be the fireman.
Old Danny.
You don't have to be the fireman. Please don't be the fireman, and please don't be. And you don't need to be great. You just be in the middle somewhere of that. Just be in the middle somewhere of that. So it's not a total wasted pick. It's like, okay, well,
no fireman, no justice. Just be solid.
Like when we had Big V, like this big Big V. Like if we need
Big V was very solid as a spot starter.
Yeah,
100%.
If you can't be an absolute stud, then you gotta just you gotta be a guy that at least slows guys down. You know what I mean? Like make a guy uncomfortable, make a guy, use a third move on you or go around you. All right, so Hurts, can maybe step up and use his legs or one of those. One of those deals right there. Not, don't get run over. Don't get run over. don't get, like you said, don't get embarrassed. And we'll see what kind of night it is.
I do love me some Landon there, Pop. And what's up, Pop? What's up, Spells? You guys all commenting. Spells. The Cards are pretty much the opposite of the Giants right now. He was asking about your card sweeps. Spells was.
Oh, yeah, 16.
Yes, cards are hot. Cards are hot. G-men are not.
It's crazy. What's up, Nasty?
Tough one for you, Spells, today. I won't even make fun of you. That's a tough one. Atlanta's
Don, glad to see you chiming in.
Don.
God, I feel so bad for you.
It's like I fucking want to wring your Lions club's throat, Don. I needed that W. I'm as upset as you are, I feel like. A lot of guys had Ravens in the survivor pool. How do you let it slip out of your fingers? So rough. And then he hits a 66-yard. Just I'm right with you, Don. If you want to hop in, we'll drive off the bridge together. I'm right with you. Not even a fan. I'm right with you.
I mean, even though it came down to the way it came down, which was absolutely ridiculous. But like I said, the old saying, we always laugh at it. These guys they'll never change their spots. You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of retreads, coordinators, and they want to play prevent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They give up
prevent you from winning.
They give up that big pass.
Yeah.
big pass.
Fourth and 19.
Yeah, just a big pass play to set up, a 66-yard bomb.
4th and 19. We'll just let him stand there. He can't even throw the football. We won't put him under any pressure. We'll let him stand still.
I mean,
I get you. You don't want to bring, you don't want to bring 5 or 6, but at least bring 4.
Yeah.
My goodness, just bring 4. At least make him have to be a little squirmy. I mean, you didn't even let squirmy happen.
That drive, like
the previous 3 plays, they brought heat.
I know.
And then 4th down, they were like, nah.
That's why it became 4th and 20.
Yeah, at the beginning of that drive, Tommy was like, "He took a sack." And, we were laughing at him. You know what I mean? Because it was, what are you doing, dude? Like, throw it away. And oh man, yeah, you just can't wait around. You know what I mean? Like, it's just you play scared and bad things happen. You know what I mean? And that's what these coaches do. They just they coach scared. And then you wonder why your culture. You wonder why that culture is fucking. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a Lions fan, did you expect anything else? Like, I actually thought he would have drilled it from 75.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to even hit the upright. I thought that bitch was good.
The fact that it hit the crossbar.
As soon as he kicked it, Sweeps, I was like, good.
Yeah, that's sure. Then it hit the crossbar, and then it goes back. Like, you couldn't go any other way.
Yep, fell right back into the net for him. But you know what the crazy thing is, if you want to change the culture somewhere, and you're trying to, and you're talking about biting off kneecaps and doing crazy shit, then you bring everybody. I'm bringing 11 on that play. You know what I mean? Almost like
exactly, Tom. Exactly.
I'm bringing 7 guys, and I'm saying, you know what? If you beat me here on this play, then tip my cap because you're just a great fucking athlete and you beat what I brought. But I'm gonna come in hot there because what do I got to lose? Nothing. Another football game for an organization that's lost.
Yeah. They're just adding them up.
It's trying to change. Like, that's why Doug Peterson worked for a minute, because he came into something and which is aggressive. Like, at the time before everybody was going for it per se. You know what I mean? And now everybody goes for it on 4th down, so now it doesn't even matter. But at least that's a different conversation. But just be aggressive, man. Like, you can't walk and talk aggressive and then on 4th and 20 be non-aggressive in a game where you're trying to win a football game.
I'm right with you, Tom. I'm right with you. It's like they play to not lose the game rather than playing to win the game. And you rather just go after them, play to win. Fuck it. If you get beat over the top, whatever you got beat over the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I'm sure the Lions will find another guy that can get beat over the top too.
And you see the difference between winning and losing. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we were all shocked as well earlier. Like, the Chargers guy, I felt like he was smoking crack. You know what I mean? Like, but give the guy credit, man. He was like, fuck it, dude. I gotta go for the jugular. I don't know what he was thinking. You know what I mean? But like you said, that was a 46-yarder he passed on. And we're like, what's this guy doing? Like, is your kicker hurt? Like, does he have 2 left feet? Like, what's going on here, dude?
What happened? I know what happened. He's scared to death of who's on the other sideline.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And that's fine.
He got lucky, but sometimes luck wins.
Yeah.
Well, that's trusting. Listen, that's trusting a guy you spent a really high pick on to be your franchise guy with the ball in his hand. So I actually love that in terms of that. Like, what do we got to lose? Again, lose it. That's like the point of being, like you're saying, about being aggressive. Like, he's trying to change the culture there of not finishing, which has been the Chargers culture for a while. So he's trying to change the culture.
4th and 4 from the 30, everyone kicks a field goal.
Yeah. Everybody does.
I mean, they were lined up to go for it. Then they had false start, and they still went for it. And they got a pass.
Examples of, I'm giving you. There's 2 examples of winning and losing with new head coaches. And one head coach walks and talks like he wants to beat everybody up. Well, then go beat somebody up on 4th and 20. You hold the cards on 4th and 20. You don't let somebody else dictate to you. And that's what you do when you go in the prevents. That's what you do. You let them dictate and give them time for nobody's covering nobody for fucking 10 seconds in this. No. My goodness gracious. Nobody. Zone, whatever you're running. Nobody is. Guys get lost. Concentration goes away for a half a second. Guys find a hole. Oh my goodness. We can do that all day. But
Rodgers just threw a pellet.
Well, that's what he does. Let's go. Blow him the fuck out tonight. We're loaded up here on fucking. Did he get in?
I need a Devontae TD.
Did he get in?
I think he's short, but he's close.
Of course he's close. Of course he's close. Now Aaron Jones, who I didn't think was going to score a touchdown night, he'll get in.
That's because he had 56 the other night.
Yeah, I'm like, I won't take him in anything tight TD.
Nah, he's going to throw it.
Here we go. Get it back, though. Let's go. Giddy up. Giddy up. Giddy up.
You knew he was going back to him.
Giddy up.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Love it.
That's how you get
Love it. Love it.
That's how you
Brent,
have.
I got some same game parlays going on with Adam's TDs, and I love it.
That's how you have a great relationship. You go right back to the guy.
I have it. How long was that past Valdez Scantling? Anybody see? Because I'm pretty sure I have over 39.5 yards, and that one pass might have been over. Let's go, and we're already over. Adams TD, check. Valdez Scantling, check. Let's go. Good start.
Top of the morning to you. 47 yards.
Let me give you some things. All right. First, I want to hear your guys' score predictions, and then we'll go over some offense and defensive players a game, and just maybe some guys that nobody's even going to talk about that you think step up a little bit. All those kinds of like little detail things. And we want the people out there. We need yours.
Yeah.
Chance for you to win some money. Chance for you to win some money. Win some goddamn money. We're always giving, and we're giving you some more here. All right, win some money. So, mine was 28-24 in a week, but I think I'm moving that a little bit now. I'm feeling like I'm moving it. So I'll let you guys dabble first, and then I'll give you mine.
27-21 Birds. Fuck it.
He's back.
I'm back.
He's back.
I still don't know. I think it's going to be really tough to win this game, but fuck it. I'm not going to pick the Cowboys. Fuck Dallas. I've hated them my whole life. So yeah, let's go Birds. 27-21. I think to me, you got to run the ball in this game. I'm looking at
Don't you do it yet?
I'm looking at Miles. Miles. I'm sorry.
It's like you listen to my.
To win this game, we got to run the ball. Keep
you listen to me all week. Like you listen to me all week.
I haven't. I'm just smart.
That's wrong. How would you be smart when I said it before you? You know what I mean? I said it before.
I didn't listen. So how did I know?
Well, you know. Now you know.
I didn't know. I was at work. Sorry.
In a box.
Guys, sometimes smart guys think alike. I don't know. Throw me a bone there.
There's no reception in that box. It's hot as hell in there.
Yeah, that's why.
I still try to throw comments every now and then. I just can't listen to the whole show. It's tough. But yeah, so I think you got to run the ball. I like Miles as my offensive player of the game. And defensive, you got to get after Dak. And I feel like also, when Dallas usually beats us, it's because Zeke runs wild. So I'm going to go with our front four, I'll say. Because I feel like you got to stop the run, you got to get after Dak. So front four and Miles.
Wow.
And I need 100 in a touch from Miles.
Yeah, I was thinking he breaks a big one, right? Because he hasn't broke a big one yet this year. And I'm not Mr. Miles, right? Everybody knows how I feel about Miles Sanders as a whole.
Mr. Miles.
I'm not Mr. Miles. I like Miles, but I'm not Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles just checked in. I think.
Yeah, Mr. Miles just knocked on the door. Hello, Mr. Miles.
Howdy, neighbor.
But I just don't. I see that. Like I don't know. I just see him breaking like one for like 60. Right, and it's a big one, and something momentum wise that can help us in this football game.
We could definitely use it.
Yeah,
for sure.
The win down there, you're going to need it.
Yeah,
you're going to need it. You're not going down there and beating them by throwing it 50 times. So I mean, if that's what you're thinking you're doing, Jeffrey Lurie should just jump out the fucking box, okay? Because then I know, because I always told Nick Sirianni loves to run the football, and we've actually, if you take out Jalen Hurts' runs, we've thrown the ball a lot more than we've ran the ball. So that's telling me Jeffrey Lurie, hey, that whole conversation that really happened in Green Bay could be real life, which is amazing to me. Which is it's not, but it is. It's not amazing, but it is amazing. And here we are. So this is a football game. When on the road, you got to do two things well. You got to run the ball, and you got to play good defense, and get off the field on fucking on third downs. And it'd be beautiful to take a football away once or twice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Know what that is? We don't even know what that is.
That's what we need. Really.
I was going to say, it's only 2 weeks.
We have turnovers.
2 weeks in, but the Cowboys, somehow lead the league in turnover differential. You know what I mean? So, if you can find a way to, flip the script, and create some turnovers and win that battle, I understand that's, everybody's goal, when they go into a football game. But I mean, surprisingly that Cowboys defense, in 2 weeks have been a little bit opportunistic. You know what I mean?
6 of them.
Surprising for them. Yeah, surprising for them.
6-piece nugget, and they're 1-1.
Yep.
You look at it like that. What's up, Billy? So you look at it like that. Like that's not good news for them if you think it's going to like even itself out at all, right? Like 1-1. I know they play Tampa. I get it. But if you're like, you take the ball away 6 times and you're only 1-1. To us, we're 1-1 and haven't taken it away. So how about start Monday night? Good. No better time. No better time for a big takeaway.
This has been for years now, Tom.
I know.
It's unreal.
It's amazing.
Like you watch teams just force fumbles all day on red zone, and I don't know.
Here's another one. Oh.
We forced 2 fumbles last year. I feel like we forced 2 fumbles last year. We covered one of them. That's how I feel. It might not even be true. I just think it's how I feel.
That's what I watched. That's what I watched. I don't know what you guys watched, but that's what I watched.
Yeah, I watched 2 fumbles get forced. We recovered 1.
I think the last recovery we had was in the Super Bowl. Like, honestly, I go.
Might have been.
The last fumble recovery we had. Like the last pick 6 we had. I mean, you're like ancient times. Like some people weren't even alive.
Oh, the pick
was it Patrick Robinson?
Patrick Robinson, yeah, for sure.
It might have been Patrick Robinson.
I mean, it definitely is. There's no way we have one set.
But to all that point, right? We watch games all the time. We just watched it here. How many like linebackers and defensive backs like get hands on balls? It feels like our guys just don't like. We whiff on the ball, whether the other team catches it or not. It feels like we just whiff on the ball, and like that interception with the Vikings game where it rolls in the guys. We don't get that luck, right?
Never.
We just don't catch balls ever. Whenever usually you watch a game, a ball slipped up in the air, you're like, it's picked. Against us, it lands on the ground somehow.
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Please, what was your score?
30-24 Cowboys.
Dun,
Interested in any player of the games, which is fine.
Nope.
I said you wouldn't have any interest in the players of the game.
No, I could give a rat's ass.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all.
I mean, if it's CD and it's fantasy reasons, I maybe could wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I could do the same.
Hey, go get a road win. Go get a road win. I just, like I said, I just think they're a better, they're a better football team, and they're at home right now. You know what I mean? So, but anything can happen. We know it's the NFL. A lot of big road wins, a lot of shockers today. So, why can't there be another one Monday night? Who the hell knows?
Would love Miles to go for 190 and 2 touches.
Oh my God!
Followed by CD for 110 and a touch.
Madden on
easy. In a losing effort.
Madden on easy.
Madden on rookie.
Yeah, Wells. To that point, they're like their front beat up, but their tackles, I don't even know who they are. I feel like, and I probably would if I go look them up for a minute. But like, I feel like you don't even know who their tackles are, and that start. I mean, that's the foundation of a good run stopping defense. Is it starts with your tackles. Now, if you have great linebackers,
well, one's Gregory, right? If he's
I was just going to say, is Randy Gregory even playing, or is he still suspended for
a
variety of reasons?
No.
He is
going to play.
He's playing. He's off COVID. He's an Eagle killer. I don't know.
Greg, what's yours?
Need somebody to throw him a bag before the game or something. That's all. Yo, Randy.
Trapman.
I had
need some Trapman.
Randy.
28-13 Dallas.
28-13 Dallas.
Jesus.
Kill yourself.
Bad Monday night.
You want to just we just X this box.
I also
X this box.
I don't think like to the poll question. You agree, right? Because you need them to. Because I think the loss of Mailata is going to hurt very much. You know what I mean?
So you disagree to the poll then?
Well, no, yeah. I said he's going to need to step up. I don't know if he does.
Well, that's kind of how we kind of asked it. Will he?
Will he? Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. No, then I disagree. I think he gets beat like a drum. So even more that score. Okay. I said I gave that on Wednesday when Mailata was before we heard the Mailata news. So
they said it's not too bad, right? Mailata's just like a minor sprained knee or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's
like maybe 2 weeks. They were saying, yeah. So hopefully that's not too bad because he looked great. He has looked great so far. I'll say that.
You just need this guy to come in and play decent. I mean, he's a former first-round pick.
That's what I'm saying. Tom should be able to hold his own. He should be able to hold his own.
Yeah, like just play okay. You know what I mean? Like
hold your fucking own.
Yeah, I just don't need you getting my quarter. Just don't get the quarterback killed. Well, I mean, he's not going to hold on to the ball long enough in the pocket per se, anyway, because he'll be running around. His one look and goes. So, but that's what I'm looking to see too. I mean, Wills gave my offensive player of the game. I thought it was going to be Miles Sanders. So I'll go to the quarterback, and I'll say Jalen Hurts. I mean, if I think they're going to win this game, he's got to play well. And if that's on the ground, if that's by the air, whatever it is, you got to play well. You got to continue to not turn the football over at the quarterback position. And I need you to run around because I don't trust you that much in the pocket. So I need you to scamper and run for 60, 75 yards to be able to win games. This is why I thought that they could win games in 1 year with them, which could almost be the wrong thing for this organization, right? Where they think, oh, I don't need a quarterback next year, and I got 3 first-round picks, right? So it could almost be the wrong thing, and that's why I think that he could play well for you because he can run around, and he's going to have to do that tomorrow night. Just like Miles is going to have to. Our running game is going to have to be really good tomorrow night and really, I want to say, flashy, where you might have to run for 240. Like you got to keep them off the field. Like our defense played great this year, but I don't know who they are yet in this kind of fight, because this is a fight with a lot of bells and whistles to it when we talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't know if we're ready for that one yet. That being said,
Slade's going to lock up Amari Cooper like he always does, but the question is, are we going to cover the rest of the team? That's the question. He's going to throw the ball to CD a lot. He's going to throw the ball probably.
I do like having Nelson there. That's not like crowning him. I do like our corners. It's not that. They got a lot of weapons though. So I just look at it like we got to get off the field. We got to create turnovers, but the bigger thing is we got to rush for 200 plus yards, and that's quarterback, running backs combined. I mean, you just have to on the road here, because I don't know if our offense, and we don't know, because we had a great explosive week 1. And we had a bad week 2. So we don't know if this offense is going to be explosive or not, right? We don't know that. We know Dallas' defense isn't the greatest, but they're not bad. They take the football away. They're opportunistic, right? So you got to go in this saying, I don't know what team I have offensively yet. And you
got to stop the run too, because they ran kind of all over the Chargers last week. Tony Pollard ran the ball really well. They switched it up. I think Zeke and Pollard both had rushing TDs. They don't just throw the ball. You got to stop the run.
And the crazy thing, going back to us running the ball and establishing a running game, is that helps your rookie quarterback, or your unexperienced quarterback, right? I mean, that helps him, especially when we all know that he sometimes he obviously sometimes struggles to throw the game. So what is a better game plan? Running the ball heavy and allowing him to make easier reads on throws, or throwing the ball 50 times a game when we know that's his weakness, right? And that's the thing that's boggled my mind, not only just this year, but even in years past, is just, and Tommy, you're absolutely correct in your thought, right? It's obviously coming from the top. You know what I mean? And it's coming from above even the head coach's level, because it makes no sense to put our guys out there just to expose. Like Jalen Hurts is exposed throwing the ball 35, 40 times a game. That's not his game. His game is probably 25 to 30 throws, maybe at the max, but a lot of run game, a lot of play action, to where you're having the defense move around and windows are opening up. If they know that you're in the shotgun and you're throwing the ball every time, no wonder Jalen Hurts struggled last week.
Yeah, if you like the best recipe for any quarterback's a good run game, and especially for a younger one.
Turn around.
And it's the whole league, Greg. They're all throwing.
No, it is. Much. You're absolutely right.
Everybody is.
And I don't mind throwing the football around if I got a guy who can spin it around, right? I'll throw it all fucking day. I'll throw it 90 times in a game, right? If I got a guy like Rodgers, like I might never put it in a fucking belly, So like I get that. I love
for
throwing.
Sure.
I love Madden. Like when Madden, I don't even know if I call run plays, right? So like I love throwing the football. We all do, but it's not Madden. It's
a little different. A little different. Just a bit. Like today, like the Giants should be ashamed of themselves. I understand Saquon was hurt last year, but if he's healthy, he's healthy. You got to run that motherfucker against Atlanta. What are you doing? What are you doing?
The fact that game was so low scoring is just
I would have handed the ball to Saquon 35 times today.
Yeah. Especially then you lose Sterling Shepard and Slayton early. Like, who are you throwing it to? Who are you throwing it to? Galladay,
Evan Ingram, who fumbled.
Shocker. Where we seen
Evan
that
Ingram,
before?
what a fucking bum Evan Ingram is.
Speaking of first round bums.
Yep. Bum City. That's why I don't take tight ends high. They tend to be bums. Same thing with running backs. Good Saquon pick, Giants. That worked out well for you. Probably should have looked QB that one.
Yeah, aged well.
Yep.
Aging well.
Aged exactly how we said it was going to age. Probably have a good year early. Don't get hurt. Never be as good again. Yep. I mean, we just write that one out, sign it for you as soon as he gets picked.
Yeah, it ain't about him. It's about, to me, it's
and they don't have
destination.
first off, they don't give them the ball enough, and they don't block. They don't block well enough.
Yeah, they don't have
quarterback stinks.
They don't have any pieces to protect them. Yeah, absolutely.
Quarterback stinks, makes it hard in the running game too.
Yeah.
And I think he stinks. And they can Danny Diamonds me and all they want, and maybe he can get better. Like, guys get better. I watched Sam Darnold get better, so I'm not gonna and he's still got to show me he's for a full year, right? But you watch guys in different situations show like, oh, maybe guy can play a little bit, right? So but this isn't.
Well, they all got some talent, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But I'm just saying, like with him, like I don't know. He never had the quarterback pedigree coming out of Duke, in my opinion, either.
He's a big guy with a big arm. I feel like that was it. Tommy.
I mean, that's the same for Josh Allen. Like, but
he didn't win no
Wyoming games. Like,
he didn't win no games. He didn't really win no games at Duke. They went 6-5 the 1 year.
Maybe a bowl game.
I
got to win a conference one time.
I like guys that win games. I'm sorry. Like everyone loved Jay Cutler when he came out of Vandy. His arm. Never won anything. Man, he stunk every time. I don't fucking care about his arm. So throw it to the other team.
They're two smart schools. Like, no thanks. I'm good, dude. Like, I need my football players fucking dumb as a doorknob.
Dumber than rocks.
Alvin Mack.
Yeah.
I think a couple Alvin Macks out there.
That's what I'm saying, buddy. $50 in an envelope. You know what I mean?
He can't pass elementary math, but he knows who to hit on the fucking field.
I mean, unless Coach K's coaching football, like, I'm good. I'm good on Duke football players. Like, I'm good. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'll pass.
Especially in the first round, right? Like,
yeah,
top 10. Top 10.
Yep.
You know where I want to go? We're gonna go Duke. Everyone's like, is this a basketball draft? The fuck just happened? Oh, I'll tell you what, it is fun making fun of Giants fans, though. Oh, love it. You don't even have to make fun of them. They know how bad they stink right now. The Falcons are pitiful.
He does, buddy. He does.
You lost at home to the Falcons.
It's like the karma diva police got him. You know what I mean? He wanted out. It's all the fucking walls. The walls are caving in. He wanted out like a little fucking baby, a little baby back bitch. And he fucking stinks, bro. He stinks. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't ask for a better situation in Indy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's your guy. That's your guy that fucking massages your clit.
Yeah, and what's he doing too? Frank ain't running the ball enough over there either.
That's the guy that likes to massage your fucking labia. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. You got weapons and fucking
it's great, except for I threw a couple Colts to win the division and a couple division parlays just for the odds, and that's not going to pan out very well for me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Almost like might as well wipe your ass with that money, Greg.
It's already gone.
Picky.
Yep.
A little picky.
No, I mean, that's the facts of the matter. I mean, everybody told me, Frank's a genius and Carson needed Frank, right? Frank's a genius. Carson needed Frank. Well, guess what? And I'm not saying Frank's not a smart head coach. I'm just saying
Frank's throwing the ball too much.
They both got each other. And look, the same problems that are happening in Philly are happening there. I mean, he missed Pittman by 45, like not 45 feet, but he missed an easy throw and catch for a touchdown today in a big spot there. And I think it was first down, first and goal. And he's got a wide receiver wide open. That's wide open in the NFL. And again, typical Carson, high. It's just the same thing. Some guys are just never going to change. And people are like, oh, Tom, that was you protecting him. You were a cheerleader. Well, he doesn't play here anymore. So I'm a cheerleader for 75% of the snaps. That's what I'm a fucking cheerleader for now. Okay? for a first round pick.
Yeah, love him in the game.
Win a game or two again, so we can stay relevant.
Yeah, they'll probably win. They'll probably win next week. I mean,
I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm not a Carson.
They've been in games, but he has not played well.
There's never going to be a player that comes to the Eagles that I'm more of a fan of him than I am of the team. But there's never going to be.
Like I just don't understand that argument. Not from you, from that, like from the other, the.
I don't like.
We absolutely crushed them. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a new thing, Sweet.
That was our guy. Like, I'm not even in the boat like you guys, but I love the guy. Like, I thought everything about him. I thought not only he could play football, he just, he was a great dude, and he just, he was doing all the right things, and But when it went sour, it was like, listen, we were the first to tell you, hey, he was the fucking worst quarterback in the league last year. I don't care about fucking stats. I don't care what anybody tells me, any nerds that tells me, whatever, this and that and that. He was the worst quarterback in the league by using your fucking peepers. That's it. Bye-bye. Have a fucking seat, all right? You didn't want to have a seat. And I understand the line sucked. They were dealing with injuries. You didn't have all these weapons, yada, yada, yada. You still fumbled the ball twice a game. Right, and you still fucking were high with all your throws, like Tom said. You were fucking brutal. You know what I mean? And that to boot, that all that physical stuff that we're talking that I just mentioned to go with that you're made of glass. You're fucking the guy constantly injured, and that's what made Howie the smartest guy in the room. Not that when the book's still out on Hurts, you know what I mean? And in the second round we didn't like it, you know what I mean? And we thought it was too early, absolutely. But these guys know sometimes, obviously, being around their personnel, and we from that standpoint we understood it. Like we knew, like, hey. The Eagles were in a playoff game last year, and they had to get a fucking high school football coach to fucking play a home fucking football game for them. You know what I mean? Like, Drago's stunt double had to play quarterback for the Eagles in a goddamn fucking playoff game, right? Because this guy can't stay out.
Drago's stunt double.
We understand what they were thinking. You know what I mean? But he was such a mental midget and such a pussy that he couldn't accept it. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't accept competition, and he just couldn't wrap his head around it. Like if that was the thinking at first was, hey, we're okay. We paid this guy all this money, and we're just bringing this guy in as an insurance policy, all right? But then you just absolutely shit in your sock, in your socks, and they had no choice but to put you down.
Yeah, and then you move.
Is that Bill Middlebrook? Okay, Bill.
Billy Mills.
William.
He said, Bill said we 100% need to get the run game going, but I think the key will be if Hurts just takes the short, wide open guys this week and doesn't look deep. Need us a lot of tight end plays, get Dallas Hurts going. Yeah, and I thought like
field's been open, yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because usually a young quarterback's best friend is the tight ends, and he's got two good ones here.
But it hasn't thrown to him much.
Hasn't thrown to him much.
Oh yeah, Goddard got one look, I think, in the fourth quarter. His first target, I think, was like the fourth quarter, right?
I believe so. And I think I only remember Ertz catching one ball. He definitely threw one to him in the end zone, though. But
they didn't take Ertz.
Not much. You know what? I would like to see some. I feel like Dallas is obviously playing some young linebackers. Obviously, we know Parsons, but then Keanu Neal's out, so I think there's actually put another young kid in. So. To me, like, I don't know. I would like to run some crossing patterns. I like to get some guys moving. Get the linebackers thinking out there. I think we could spring some guys for some big gains tomorrow.
But will he stay in there long enough to trust it?
I hope so.
And that's the question.
Wait for those guys to cross, right?
Well, there's reasons that your tight ends aren't getting targets, right? I mean, there's a reason for that. And the reason is the biggest common sense reason of all time. A guy don't stay in the pocket long enough to get your tight ends involved in your offense. I mean, you know what I mean? He's not going through all his progressions to get guys in the offense. That's why it's been, most of his targets have been Devontae and I guess Rager.
Yeah, Rager Quez. Yeah,
Rager's
probably second though. You're right.
Yeah, more targets.
Yes.
It's a 3-5 step drop and go. Not even roll your head. You know what I mean? 3-5 step drop. Boom. Put his right foot in the ground. And he's, that's it. If the first guy is covered, he puts it down.
I need to see him throw guys open tomorrow night. That's what I need to see him do. Like there's windows in the NFL.
That's what you have to do in the NFL.
Opens this. Like guys open by this. This is open. And
look, if the receiver's even, he's open.
Yes, like you got to lead guys. You got to put balls out there for guys. You got to fit tight windows. There's more to being a quarterback than running around. I mean, we're very critical of Lamar Jackson in terms of being a quarterback on this show, and we have. In terms of being a playmaker, we're not. In terms of being a quarterback, at times we are. But I'll give him credit for one goddamn thing. At least I watch him go through it. At least he might be lying to me. It might look like he's surveying the field, really doesn't give a rat's ass. I don't know. But at least I'm watching a guy that's way faster than you and can literally just drop back and run every time. At least survey it. Just
put him back in the league, yeah.
Fake me. Fake me then. Fake me the fuck out so I can come on here and say, well, he's really reading through his shit. Fake me out. Like you can't get away with this at this level. You cannot. And this is our biggest criticism.
You can't one and tough.
I'm praying to God tomorrow night he shows me more game one this year, Jalen, than game two. Because game two now I become very concerned. again. Like now I'm really concerned, and now I start looking at the quarterbacks coming out next year, and I got to do this fucking game again. I don't want to keep going through quarterbacks. I would love for this guy to be the guy, but he can be if he wants to read defenses, go through his progressions, process, and get the ball out. Because I have no issue with his accuracy. It's him trusting his accuracy. I'm not even gonna say he has a piss poor arm. I just think I think if he's on time, it's gonna look better. Right? I'm not putting him on Herbert level and some of these other guys. I'm just saying that I don't think it's horrendous. I don't think it's great. I think it's right in the middle. If you're on time, it will look better.
Yeah, if those deep balls are more on time and early, it looks better than being underthrown. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's
right. It's like, oh, he got a strong arm. Well, no, he just let a guy and threw a ball on time. So you can make yourself look like you have a stronger arm than you do. I mean, Drew Brees had his arm was hanging off last year.
He's a noodle.
So, I mean, like literally, I think his arm was
career too.
I mean, but look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what you're going to need to separate yourself. You know what I mean? Like I'm not anointing Derek Carr, but that throw he made in overtime, that's what a quarterback does. I mean, you drop it 40 yards in a bucket to Brian Edwards, you know, to set up, you know, the game-winning field goal. You know what I mean? Obviously, then it was a 20-yard run after that. But, you know, 40 yards, the guy dropped it out of a cloud like a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
In double coverage.
And he threw the one to Sean. Now, again,
you got to throw guys open.
Last year down in Dallas. But, again, it was a rollout, right? And it was a good ball. But he threw that rollout on time because he trusts himself throwing that rollout on time, right? That's the difference. He needs to trust himself.
Wasn't it also a play? Was it a play action rollout too? Was there a little bit, or was it?
Yeah.
But again, to your point, there was a running game option, right, or at least a fake, and then the rollout to get him moving, and then you threw. You're absolutely right, Tommy.
Mark, I'll take your word for it, right? Like I believe you, brother. You watch every show. And you know, I don't go back and watch that stuff. I just don't. I just trust what I see. Doesn't mean I'm right all the time. He said he had to run because the Niners pass rush, especially when Brooks went out. I don't know. I felt like there was time. I don't even think it's about running. It's much about being on time with your throws. I mean, he was not on time with
you can step up in the pocket. You don't have to flush every time. The good quarterbacks step up. Let the pocket form around you.
All right. So does he go over or under 250?
I just think he flushes too much, Mark. I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but to me, he's got opportunities to step up and make a throw, and he's too busy worried about flushing out. I want to see him step up and make a throw.
Well, is part of that reason, because I don't think you're wrong, but is part of that reason because every snap we take is in the shotgun? Like, if we took some snaps,
still can step up from the shotgun. But I hear you.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it easier to just flush out.
Because you're already back there, right?
It makes it easier to flush out. I agree.
Well, you know why they're not in the shotgun. You know why they're in the shotgun all the time.
You can run you can run some more plays.
They're in the shotgun because he probably doesn't know how to take a fucking snap from under center.
No, it's not even that, Will. It's now you really, like, oh, he's in the shotgun. You're sort of forcing his eyes to see what he sees, right? In under center, now you got to trust him to get his head up, right? It's like a whole nother thing. You got to trust him to, like, see things. I don't know. It's weird.
I feel like you have to go under center at some point, in my opinion.
You have more options. I mean, you can run play action, and play action is the greatest thing, you know, an offense can do. Like if it's set up right, you know what I mean? If you're running the football, you know, you're stabbing, even if you're just getting 3 yards in a cloud, you know what I mean? You're still showing them that you know that you're going to try the run, you know what I mean? Which sets up the play action.
But you can't listen. No, they don't.
Every good
Mr. Wing. No, they don't. I gotta stop.
Throw that
I gotta stop. Mr. Wing, no, they don't though. They don't though. You're just seeing some highlights of them.
No, they don't. That's not true.
They don't. They stay in the pocket, and then when things break down, they move and shake like nobody in the league can. Them two and Lamar, nobody can move like. You understand? Them two and Lamar are different levels. Jalen's a good running quarterback. He's not even at the level of those three guys. Those three guys do things that make guys miss the pocket like I've never seen those three guys. Like Lamar was just doing like a little jump. I don't even love Lamar in the pocket like the other two.
And Kyler's tiny, so he does leave the pocket more than probably anyone we've ever seen.
Not Wilson.
Because he's so tiny.
Wilson doesn't leave it as much, and he's very tiny. And Lamar's not tiny, but Lamar, look, like that. I'm just talking about those three guys because they're in another echelon of flanking and throwing than the rest of the fucking league is for the most part, right? They're They're faster, I would think, than a lot of other guys, but they're more elusive in the pocket too. Like that's the other thing. Like they make guys miss. They make DNs miss all the fucking time. Lamar was doing a drop step today on one leg. I'm like, what? Like, how are you making guys miss, dude? Like my whole ankle just snapped off by that. And I'm not crowning him. I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to me that like people want to compare him to this guy, and I don't even love that guy as a quarterback, and he's way better than him. Like way better. To even compare the two is ridiculous. One guy's running a 4.25 with fucking Timbs on. Like it's not even a comparison. Just stop. Look, Russell Wilson has a fucking cannon for an arm. A cannon. A freaking cannon. And you talk about bucket drops. There ain't a better bucket dropper in the league than Russell Wilson. And Kyler Murray has his release.
Howitzer. It's got a howitzer.
So fast. His release is zip. Zip, zip. His release is quick. It makes up for things. What is Jalen? I need the people to tell me this because I'm pro Eagles. They're winning tomorrow night. I'm all on board with this. But what does he do that you say, oh, that's what he does great? I'm going to sit here and wait for that and don't tell me about leadership because you got to do one of those things well and lead.
Just
and then
to be a quarterback in the NFL, you have to be a leader. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. So tell me the one thing he does. I just told you something they all do great. And all three of them elude guys in the pocket like nobody's business. What does he do at their level? One thing.
Nothing.
We take shots to Lamar all the time, and he's a better pocket passer, which is ridiculous to say. So
yeah,
I mean,
he's had more time as well, so he's gotten better. You know, he wasn't as good. He's better now than he was 3 years ago, for sure. But still, like, are we going to give Jalen that time, though? You know what I mean, Tom? I feel like a lot of things are looking like, it's like almost like a 1 year thing.
Lamar that time because he's fucking like Vic's cousin.
Yeah, because
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Lamar gets that time because he's 6'5". He's a fucking humongously gifted, maybe the most gifted athlete ever at the quarterback position. So you're going to give him that time. I don't know that Jalen gets that time.
Yeah, nor do I.
Nor should he really.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you also factor in that the current coaching staff you have here isn't the staff that drafted him.
Yeah, and plus the fact that the Ravens at least have been winning games. Now they've lost in the playoffs, but they've been winning games with him.
Yeah, I think if they win games with him, I think he is the guy next year. But what do you think about this tomorrow night? Over 250, over under 250 yards passing.
Under. And you got him winning? Yeah, I think we're going to run the ball.
Okay. I mean, I still think you got to throw the ball.
To me, if he throws for over 250, it means we're throwing the ball 40-something times, and we're behind, and we're going to lose.
Okay.
That's just how I feel about the game.
This
is a game where we got to keep him off the field. We got to keep Dak off the field. I want to churn, baby, churn.
Completely agree there. We got to keep that offense off the field as much as we can.
If Miles doesn't have 25 plus touches, something's wrong.
So you both have under 250.
Under. I'd take the over in Miles yards.
Sweeps.
Under.
Shit.
225 maybe.
All right, I'll go over.
190.
Oh my god, if he's looking for 190, you get fucking blown out.
No, we throw for 190 and we run for 210, and everybody's partying.
Well, I think you got to. I think you got to score a lot. So I'm gonna say over, and not a lot over.
If you run for 210, you don't have to score a lot.
I'm just saying, maybe 265, 270, somewhere around that range. Because I think they got to put up. 20, 28 minimum. Like I just do, even though regardless of what I have to this, I think I had the score between 28, 24. So I mean, they got to score.
Cowboys lead league in interceptions, I think, right?
Yeah, and I might even go higher than that.
Does he throw an interception tomorrow?
Yeah, Diggs has been really optimistic.
Yeah, he's a guy who's grown, obviously. Wilson, he's done a good job at not doing that. So
no, I agree. That's what I'm just saying. I'm like, that's my question. Does Hurts throw an interception tomorrow?
I'll say no.
That would be nice if he does.
Well, he can't because then it goes against everything we're saying that like changes tomorrow night. Yeah. Me and you, Wills, where like we win the turnover battle. We win the running game battle. We win these certain important things that you end up coming out on top with. If you do, we win those certain things, and it starts with a turnover battle, and he can't turn the ball over. Like if in the first quarter he turns the football over, I'm going to say, uh oh. like I'm not gonna feel good about it. So he's got to take care of the football. He's got to. To me, he's got to throw.
I'll say he can have one turnover. He can't have any more.
I don't think he can in this kind of game because I don't know.
We need to turn the ball. We're gonna need to turn them over.
We're gonna need if he does. We're gonna even more need to get our own right.
Yeah, I'm not confident in us getting turnovers at all.
And I agree.
Well, we're gonna have to win on the road in Monday Night Football. We're gonna have to.
Listen, I would love to get a 3-piece, right? A little 3-piece.
Mr. Wing, I would say no, but I mean that's yet to be seen, obviously. But I would say no. I just don't think. I think that we're talking a far superior athlete, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't think that Jalen has the arm strength to ever beat Kyler Murray.
No.
Can he be an adequate, average to maybe slightly above average quarterback in the NFL? Yes, I think so. I don't think he's ever going to be anything special.
Yeah, I mean, listen, can he win football games? Can he ever?
Yeah, I think he can win football games.
Can he ever go to an NFC title game in the right situation? I don't know. I don't have that crystal ball, on how he'll develop. Right? None of us do. But tomorrow night's a big game and a big spot, obviously, because of who it is. But it's a divisional game, and it's early on this year. If you have aspirations of winning this division or competing for it, it starts on Monday night. It starts on Monday night.
Biggest game of his career tomorrow.
It is. It is. And
absolutely.
I'm going to hope and pray and drink the Kool-Aid that he comes out and plays really well tomorrow night because he has to. He has to. And that's not going to tell me that he's the franchise guy or not because I need more. I need 17 games of this.
Yeah.
So, it's not going to change my opinion. I'll praise him, right? If he plays great tomorrow night, I'll praise him like I did in Atlanta. But
and guess what? If we lose tomorrow, it's not the end of the season. It's the fucking third game. We're 1-1. Now, I want to go get a win tomorrow, but if we play well and we come up short, I'm not going to be that upset. I'll be honest. I want to see us play well. I want to see us execute
per se all year, but
I want to win. But I want to see us execute well and put points on the board. That's what I want to see out of our offense tomorrow. And then if our defense can force a turnover or two, we have a good chance to win.
Yeah,
and I think if we don't force any turnovers and our offense has turnovers, we have a good chance to get embarrassed. So that's why it's going to be huge. The turnover game, and to me is holding the ball, running the football effectively, and keeping Dallas's offense off the field. To me, are the biggest points of the game. Yeah, and like I said, I want to try to get our guys in space if we can, preferably against their young linebacking core. Maybe some crossing patterns, maybe some tight end, like some more tight end throws. That's what I'm looking at.
Through the first two games of the year, the middle of the field has been fairly open, which is where normally you see the tight end play, right? Or even the crossing patterns, or just ends, right? We don't see those, or at least a lot. We haven't seen a lot of those patterns where they are working the middle of the field. Because so far, it seems like most of the middle of the field has been open through the first two games.
Yeah. And that's why you haven't talked about our receivers. And the reason is because the quarterback's got to get the receivers the football. So, it's hard to judge them if they're, if he's not doing these certain things. What's up, Mike? And
what's up, Mike?
Mike.
I think he has
to have 20. They got to score 20 plus. And Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, just by looking at how the Dallas offense looks like, they're going to put up about 20, at least 24 points a game. So yeah, I would say we're going to have to.
Yeah, Dak has looked great, early on.
And I think that's Cooper. He's asking about the Amari. Yeah, he is. Historically, now this does bode well for us, but historically, Darius Slay has eaten Amari Cooper's lunch. And when he was with Detroit, always has beaten Cooper up. So hopefully that continues.
I was trying to keep that quiet because I just wanted that to continue. And then once we throw that out in the universe, naturally, you could probably.
Well, I said it last year, and Slay played well against him last year. But to me, that just means that the other side of the field, you better strap in, Steve Nelson.
You better lock up, fucking.
Yeah, you better lock the fuck in.
You better lock up CeeDee Lamb.
That's what it means to me.
Yeah, well, guess what dictates all this? Pressure.
Absolutely.
If you can get home,
big game for the front four.
Yeah, if you can get home and you can beat him up a little bit.
Stop the run and get home.
You got a chance.
Yep, you got a new left tackle.
Maybe hit him hard. Maybe take a penalty. I don't care.
Second game with a new left tackle, right? Because Collins, obviously we know his
out bribing people.
Because he's
embarrassing story.
He's bribing.
Yeah, we know his embarrassing story. For the love of God, these fucking guys.
It's awesome. It's awesome. What a guy.
I love it.
But what did
what
you
a guy? They pay these guys
did
millions
you try
of dollars.
like, hey, here's my friend Abe Lincoln, or did you try like fucking 20 grand? Like, you're a fucking NFL guy. Like nobody talks if you fucking throw him 50. All right, 50 G's. Right? Well, you probably try to grease him with a $5 bill. You fucking idiot.
It's probably a keg. It's probably $1,000. The guy was
my
like,
friend
Abraham
Lincoln.
He was probably like, give me $10,000, and he was probably like, no. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to tell everybody to try to bribe me.
Did you just try to give me a penny?
My friend Abraham Lincoln.
You heard about my friend George Washington?
But anyway, that guy's in his
you rip it in half, you get half now.
That guy's in his second start. So, to your point, winning up front, that's, you got to create some havoc there. You know what I mean? Like that's, it's time for the Eagles, front four to eat. You know what I mean? It's going to be a long day if Cox and Hargraves and, if those guys continue to get off and, you make life hard on those guys. If not, if you're getting pushed back, they obviously have a two-headed monster. I love me some Tony Pollard. You know what I mean? So, like they got a two-headed thing going on right there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, 2 weeks in, Dak has looked good. He didn't have to do much last week. I mean, obviously they were, a 50-yard field goal away from starting 0-2. But, in week one, he looked really good in a game that, in a high-paced offensive game that either team played defense in that Thursday night opener. But they were matching points. With the Bucs, what a pretty good Bucs defense. So, we'll see. But, it definitely starts up front for sure, 100%.
And on the other side, you got to. We talk about him going through his reads. We know the Niners are going to put pressure on him, but he's got to go out and this front's got to go out and protect.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rodney's back this week, Mike. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm guessing Dickerson is getting the start for Brooks.
Yeah, Dickerson is starting. They said that. Yeah.
I would say no on Rodney. I didn't hear anything, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think he's not back as well. Sweeps. I don't think he's playing.
Mike, Ron, and Mark. He said he's out. So
yeah, he's out.
I
Two players are ruled out: Mailata and McLeod. 2 players questionable: Boston Scott, Davion Taylor. And then you got the group that was injured, right? Brooks and Graham and stuff like that. But yeah, right now it's 2 out, 2 questionable.
Yeah, well, listen, you know what you have stepping up in 2 spots? A guy's hurt. You got a first-round pick and a second-round pick. So you would hope they fucking guys can come in and play at a high level for a week.
Brian Dawkins 2.0.
Yeah, I was more talking about Dickerson and Dillard, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got 2 high round picks that. I mean, obviously Dickerson,
which we don't really put much stock in that. I mean, like that is what it is. You would hope, as for their sake as talent evaluators and guys that you're hoping you're not missing on. You know what I mean? That the guy like we talked about earlier can give you a respectable outing, a prideful outing, a guy that's going to dig deep and show some toughness. I don't know if it's in there, especially from where he came from. You know what I mean? But the other guys, for sure the other guy is crazy. Yeah, the other guy is crazy. came from a top tier program. All right, facing studs in his own practice every day. Face first rounders every day in practice. So that's a guy that I love that draft pick, and I got no problem plugging that guy. I think that guy will be fine because his mentality. I think the other guy's soft, and I think this guy's absolutely tough as nails, and he's crazy, and he's got what it takes to be a fucking lineman in the NFL. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
Plus, I mean, he rocks a set of overalls with nothing underneath. So, I mean, you gotta have some screws loose up top to do that.
You got to have no underwear to do that, Greg. I don't know about the screws, but you got to leave.
Wait, are you saying that you know for a fact there's nothing underneath that?
No, I was saying there at least was no shirt. I don't know.
Investigated
All
his
I saw was
regions.
the shirt. All I saw was the shirt.
Uber creep. He's
Uber creeping now. He's an Uber creep. Uber creep.
Yeah, it just more.
We haven't brought Uber creep out in a while.
The nether regions.
My thing is not the only reason where the picks pick that and slotted that for me is if Howie Roseman just keeps continuing to miss. But I don't think Dickerson's a miss at all unless the injuries creep up. I think he's a fucking.
He's first round talent if he stays healthy for sure.
So, I love that. Now it's really can the other guy play well? Because Dickerson had a little rough game one because he's thrown in the fire there. You're not prepared to be a starter, so that one I'm more okay with. You now he's prepared to be a starter. I think he's fine. Now can the other guy can the left tackle hold up? There's a reason these guys get paid a lot of money to be left tackles. Can he hold up and show he's not a total bust? That's really all you're looking for. Show me he's not a total bust tomorrow night. JC cool. Or so cool. Sorry, JC, so cool. I'm done with Barnett. Yeah, I think most people are. I think the Eagles are. They gave Josh Sweat money and not him, and they play him 30% more snaps than they play Josh Sweat. So I think that tells you. I don't know. Kayvon's becoming a player. I don't know. I don't think he can play.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think he's. I think we'll be lucky if he can turn into a guy that can be a starter. You know what I mean? I feel like he almost might just be like a backup. I haven't seen a lot from him.
Yeah, he's a rotational guy right now, right? Because you have Harris and who else is back there? Jeez, why am I drawing a blank?
Epps.
Absolutely, Kayvon. We were talking about that earlier.
Omar Epps back there.
Yeah, Omar.
Yeah.
I think what hurts is stop leaving.
Syracuse alone, I think. Yeah, Kayvon, we were actually talking about that earlier. I'm right with you. He needs to go through his reads from the pocket. Needs to go through his reads from the pocket. Needs to stop just one read and ditch. He can't do that. Can't do that in the NFL. He's never going to be successful doing that.
Can't dine and ditch.
Can't do it.
Wow, that was the greatest bunt ever. Holy shit.
Oh, my God, what a bunt.
Sorry.
Phenomenal bunt. I need Kiki to come up and get a hit.
Oh, you guys are watching the baseball game?
I'm going back and forth.
Yep.
A little back and forth for me, Greg. You know how it goes.
You were doing a lot of celebrating.
Little last button.
That was thick, though.
I don't know if we're high stepping after a bunt.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. You get one right in the
You
ear.
want a high step after a homer all allowed. After a bunt.
Like nothing happened. Like happy for you. What are you doing?
Yeah, the guy got the second.
Yeah.
You're still losing. Yeah,
you help out the next three guys, and then your skip means nothing.
Yeah,
skip to my loo.
Skip your loo right on back to the dugout.
And one.
Mike said cheap ball today. Yeah, we know. Everybody tells on social media.
Yeah, yes, he did. Jamar Chase, pretty good player.
I would say no. I would take Jamie Collins, but I would say no. That's probably not happening the way we value that position for the most part. So,
it's so funny because you're absolutely right, Tommy. Like it's like any linebacker comes up there. Yeah, probably we're just not going to do it. No. Not going to do it. And there's no reason not to, right?
Still around, huh? I know Bill sent him to purgatory, but I didn't realize he was still around.
Is he back? Is he back on New England?
No,
I meant, remember when he sent him to Cleveland?
Sent him to Cleveland for a year.
I thought he might. Usually,
Detroit.
Oh, is he okay? I'm just saying that because a lot of times he banishes them away, and then they play like shit for like 2 years, and he brings them. Come on back. They come back hat in hand. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry, Bill.
Dr. Evil. He's like petting a cat. Here you go.
Yeah, he was hoping that happened with Brady.
Brady ain't coming back.
Yep. Nope. Not gonna happen. Not gonna bet.
Yeah, I know the Lions don't want him, but I don't. Anything's possible, right?
Mine's not anybody.
Yeah, they're trying to. They want a first.
Lions don't want to win either.
No, they're looking for first. They're looking for the first pick of the draft. Is what they're hunting for.
I mean, Jamie Collins. I'm not even sure that Jamie Collins is any good. Honestly, I don't like guys that get traded at 27 from the New England. I don't. That's not guys I hang my hat on.
The Lions are. I mean, they're just such.
Yeah, he's 31.
Like, it's just.
Yeah, he's definitely in his 30s now, right? For sure.
Yeah, he's 31.
Yeah, I mean, is he an upgrade currently? Maybe. I'd still like to see our younger guys play. Not that they're any good, but who knows?
I mean, Davion Taylor, I saw a couple times on the field last week, which was
I'd like to see him play a little more.
He's out.
Yeah,
we say he's questionable, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, he's questionable. But yeah, at least he showed up. At least he was wearing a uniform and played a game.
Yeah, I just saw him make a tackle or two.
Huh. Bill, I love your optimism, Bill. I don't think we're sweeping anything.
At first, I thought he was trying to direct a question to sweeps, and then I didn't
no,
get
he's
where
saying
the question was.
he's saying win all 6 games in the division, beat the Jets and Lions, and then all of a sudden there you go, we're a 9-win team.
Sweep the leg.
He's looking for W's like Tommy.
Yeah.
Just rummaging around. I know there's some W's in here somewhere. Where are they?
Damn it, wrong box. Where's that other box at?
I didn't say sweep the division.
Where's that?
I said they got to go 5-1 in the division, which I think.
What's up, Nicky?
Trying to win a division.
I mean, you can already mark the. I hope we can win tomorrow because you can already mark down that KC coming in at 1-2 is not going to be leaving at 1-3. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you would think not on that. You would think they come up and put it off fit.
I mean, you can say you think. I can tell you that we're not going to beat Kansas City. They're probably going to come in and kick the shit out of us, just like they did last time.
Anybody that would pick us if we lost to Dallas, like why would you pick us to beat Kansas City or even hang in it? You know,
I agree.
If you beat Dallas, I can see people saying, like, "Oh, they got a shot." Sure, but if you come up short versus Dallas, I don't know how you're anybody. I'm just saying, like any fan would be running around saying, like, "Got the Eagles or the Chiefs this week."
I think the Chiefs are definitely more vulnerable this year than they've ever been because they finally paid Patrick, so their defense is nowhere near as good as it was when they went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. When they won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but to me, they're very vulnerable. You got to run on them though. And they're still going to make plays. Obviously, you can see they've lost 2 games. Both were at the very end of the game. But, yeah, they're going to be tough. And I just don't see them as a 1-3 team, Tom. You know what I mean?
Devontae 7 for 76 and a titty in the first.
Because I got that fucking cocksucker Hill. Fucking 2 weeks in a row, he's got like 7 points.
Nothing.
How is he even fucking how can he be? Nobody can cover the guy.
I was going to bench Hilaire today, but I was so banged up in the running back, I had to start him. Thank God.
He had a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and prayers to Andy, Bryce. Yep, absolutely.
It was dehydration.
Is that what it was?
Not disregarding the prayers. I'm just saying that's what they said. It was dehydration. So.
What up, Bryce?
I didn't hear why.
Yeah.
What's up, Bryce?
What up, Bryce?
But good for Andy. Yeah, but I mean, if they beat Dallas,
maybe get some water in your system, Mandy. Jeez.
If they beat Dallas, then I can hear people being like, "Oh yeah, they can beat the Chiefs." I still don't think they're beating the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible. It's the NFL, but I just don't. You show me you can slow down this explosive offense before I assume you can slow down that one, right? Like, show me you can slow down the Cowboys' explosive offense before I'm going to start assuming you can slow down the Chiefs. And I think that's as fair as you can be about it. And if they come down, if this defense travels to Dallas and they play lights out tomorrow night, then fine. Be my guest. Picking them next week. Be my guest. But if they don't travel down there, then I don't know how anybody with a straight face is going to sit on these airways, or myself included, and pick against the Chiefs next week, knowing how they're 1-2 and knowing the situation, right? I don't know how you do. Now, if they go 2-1, if we're 2-1, going in that game feeling good, go ahead. Dabble away. I still think they come in and put up 50, but dabble away.
You're setting it. I can tell you. we play well tomorrow, and Tom's like, 35-27.
On Wednesday, Tommy's getting them to win.
Wednesday, tomorrow night after the game.
He's
Monday
not,
Night Football.
Oh, that's right. Live reactions. Yeah.
he's not going to backpedal in the 30s. He's going to drop a 51-50 win on you.
Yeah. Jake Elliott actually kicks a field goal.
51-50. The Birds win it. The Birds win it.
58-yarder. We're playing Celine Dion music over it. The fucking over the video in the morning.
Oh, Selena Scene? Okay. Okay, I see you. Selena Scene's always a good time.
After week 1, Packers.
Could you imagine dropping letting up a 50 burger and getting a dub? That'd be incredible. What happened? We only let up 50 and got a dub.
You got to stay here with it, right? You know what I mean? You can't even go. Can't even go to that game. Bye, Wilson.
Good talk, buddy.
I don't know, Don. I don't know. The usual guys who do Monday shows are definitely going to be on because it's their perceived. It's their time slot. So those guys will be on, and I think you can hold up to 10 in here. So I know there's 4 spots wide open throughout the game. So anybody and everybody's invited to the fucking live reaction fucking watch party. Everybody, and we'll get our doors blown off. And
yeah, I was gonna say we'll see. I probably won't be home from work till about halftime. See how the game's going.
Yep. Could be 21-3. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell me 21-3, and I'll be like, okay, it makes sense.
If it's 21-3, I'm probably not gonna be hopping in.
But I think
if it's tight.
I don't know. I think our defense is like, I'm not crowning our defense.
I think our defense is solid.
I think our defense
played well.
And we're going to find out how solid tomorrow night, right? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Things change. But first 2 games, like, granted, not these high explosive offenses. Atlanta better than the Giants. We should be. I mean, not better than the Giants. Atlanta better than San Fran.
What makes
offensively, you would think.
Even as
you didn't play anybody that's going to light the world on fire offensively.
I love the fact that you said that. Great job. Which doesn't take anything away from, being 1-1 and, you still got to win games. You still got to execute in this league. You know what I mean? So, but I love the fact that you said that. You know what I mean? And nobody was mistaken in either one of those offenses.
But what makes you great on the road?
The league and offense.
Yeah.
You got to be opportunistic.
They're not world beaters. That's for sure.
Opportunistic on the road is what makes great defenses, or top 10 or whatever you want to be, and helps your team win football games and win divisions per se, right? Like that's what you need for this football team. And that's sort of the talk we had before the season started on why I thought they had the ability to get there. I wasn't hoping for a Brandon Graham injury. Not a good start, but if there's a place to lose a guy, you would think it's this front, right? Like, I mean, that conversation was had in the offseason as well. If there was a place to lose a guy, we're not trying to lose anybody, but it's the NFL. If there's a place to lose a guy, then you can pluck one of my defensive linemen. One. You can't go plucking again. You can't go pluck again. But that being said, they got to
no pluck goose.
No, they got to get after it tomorrow, and they got to take the football away. I can't say it. I can say it a million fucking times, because if you don't, them giving up 16 points a game, 17 points a game, that's not realistic in today's NFL, right? Like, if you're not taking the football away, like, everybody gives up 20. I feel like the whole world gives up 20 plus. Yeah. So the realistic, the first 2 weeks is just not normal. It's not the norm. So what is the norm is the good ones take it away.
Oh, kickoff.
And we'll see. We'll see tomorrow night.
Did he just ring him up right there?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I'm about to lose my mind.
He saved a touchdown.
Dressing. It's right here, baby. Right here. I had to drive an hour and a half for a 4-inning game at 5:45 this morning. So it's a good time.
That sounds fun.
Today wasn't any better?
No. Today we won, obviously, a game we should win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a game you should mercy a team. And if you don't, then we shouldn't be there.
4 innings. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we shouldn't be there for an hour 45. But it's just the point, you got to drive longer than you play.
Who scored second Green Bay touchdown?
Jones.
Yep.
Aaron.
Mr.
Aaron
Jones and me.
Fucking hot, Tom.
Aaron Jones.
On a handoff.
Does Devontae have a good game tomorrow night?
Hopefully.
Devontae's having a good game right now. No.
You got a little better of a quarterback getting him the football, too.
Slightly.
I guess we assume Diggs is going to be on him, right?
I would think.
At least a lot of the times, Again, though, if we want to win, or if we hope to win, he's going to have a good game.
Wow. DJ just dropped a pop-up. Yikes.
Yeah, like I almost feel like he has to go. He has to go for 80 plus tomorrow night. Am I asking for a little too much?
No, I think you're right on board with picking a win. Absolutely, you know what I mean. Like I think that's right on where he needs to be. He needs to be between 75 and 100. And I think if we're going to have a chance to win, because I don't think.
I mean, I think you need an 8-9 catch night. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe a little less if you have the 8-9 catches. I agree. You know what I mean? Like you could probably go 8-9, 6 for 60 and 1 if you're that productive. You know what I mean? Like with catches. But I think if you're in that 5-6 range, they got to be almost big plays.
Yeah. Regular a bust. I don't know. You got to give the. I got my reservations about him, but I got to give him this full year to show me one way or the other, at least like which way you're trending. Makes sense. Like if he has a good year, then you can trend towards the other way. If
made a nice play, prior to stepping out of bounds the other day. Maybe if he can keep his feet in bounds, maybe gets a touchdown tomorrow.
And Greg caught it the same way I did. According to Merrill Reese, maybe the quarterback will make Rager better.
He said that last week, and I'm like, shotgun to the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
macheted him right to the chest.
Oh my gosh.
SAM asked. Tomorrow night is all about Miles Sanders and Quez Watkins. Devontae will be doubled. Quez can stretch them, and hopefully Dillard doesn't shit the bed. They're all key things. I mean, if everybody wants to give like some keys to the game, obviously the obvious ones, but we can give some key players to the game that are important for both sides. But yeah, I mean, I don't think Devontae will be doubled until people in the league respect you to double you, right? Like,
I don't know why they're going to double him. My Lord.
That's an earned thing.
Sorry, Tommy.
No, it's fine. That's an earned thing.
Dude,
like I said it before the season started. Teams are going to challenge Patrick Surtain, and teams didn't challenge him in Alabama. So teams are going to challenge you in the pros and say, hey, show me you can pick the ball off. And I said to people, he's probably going to have a few picks this year. And people say, oh, you don't take the ball away because nobody threw to him against them at Alabama. Yeah. So it changes. Now, you're not going to double a guy until he beats you consistently, but, say, okay, I got to go double this guy.
He wasn't really open at all last game. So why would they double him?
Yeah.
Well, I think he was open, per se, in the National Football League if the ball's thrown good well.
Yeah, maybe on 2 breakouts if he got somebody that can lead him deep, but
what are you talking about? That's fucking open. That could be.
I totally agree. That's
you said Opie said 2 touchdowns in a text message.
Yeah, with a better arm quarterback, we don't have that guy.
So then he was open.
But I'm saying he was getting beat up on the line.
I get that side of it. I get that. Okay, not everybody's going to bump and run you either. Because every team's different.
Well, they should.
Stupid. I get you. He's got to continue to learn how to get better at that side of it, and I expect that he will because he's a worker. But you can't make up if he can get stronger. He ain't going to get bigger. So maybe you can get a little thicker. Maybe you can put on another 5, 10, and make yourself a little better in those situations. I don't know, but
I think it'll get better with time.
Flag. Oh, are you kidding me? Maybe you could add another C to that thick with 2 C's. That was a bad call.
It seems to be going around the league.
Yeah.
That's a rat. That's a tug. That's a good call.
I saw it in real time. It looked all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I want the flag there.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, left arm's on him. Yep.
What are you, John?
Left arm's on him.
You think they get smacked? We got a smacking from John Coyle.
Johnny.
They think Eagles get smacked, but Andre Dillard needs to be good for us to have a chance. Can't use a tight end every play to help.
Got my own.
No, I mean you can because you don't throw to them. You can.
Got my hat on, John.
You can use both of them. I got my hat on too, John. Phillies. I don't want to show it. Sweeps wants to show it.
Johnny, you got Ryder Cup gear down there?
Fucking 16 straight. Guy wants to show his. You know what I mean? And I gotta leave mine backwards till hopefully October. Hopefully I can swing it around, and I'll spin it around for the last Miami game of the year, and we'll fucking get no hit.
And we'll lose because it's a bullpen game.
Yeah, we'll get bullpen. Yeah. Nobody to throw. Nobody wants to throw on 3 days. We can't throw nobody on 3 days. We're gonna come out here with Connor Brogdon. Like, just bend me over, you losers. You were freaking bullpen games. And how about
we even had Connor Brogdon.
How about
Who we
today?
had out there today? Christopher Ramirez.
Some guy called
Wasn't it
Ramirez, Hans Cruz, Hans Gruber's kid, Hans Cruz.
Can you imagine a bullpen game in a pennant race? Like, is that fucking real life?
We've done it for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I understand.
The fact that we now have like
was Tampa,
three guys got hurt too. So it's like,
if I was Tampa, then I would say giddy up and go. But I'm not Tampa.
Well, I'm saying we're doing bullpen games, and Toonrod, Brogdon, and Bradley all got hurt. So we're just throwing these guys out there that haven't even pitched all season.
And we have no one in the minors that could come up for a start or like a couple starts. Like, it's amazing.
And you can't lose a game like this today. I'm sorry. I know it's hard to sweep teams. I fucking get it. It's hard. Everybody tells me it's hard. This time of the year, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like, you're at home. You're at home. That's at the 4-game. Thank you, schedule maker, because it's through this whole fucking process that people told me about this easy schedule. They came up small every time, and that's the reason they're not going to play football. Football. They're not going to play in October. They might not make it either, but that's the main reason.
We just haven't hit enough.
Well, I'm not even saying that. We lost games at teams that we should not lose games.
Oh
to.
yeah, I agree. But 3 of 4. But I hear you got win today.
You hear me? What the fuck you mean? You hear me? 3 of 4? No, it's a sweep.
You got to win today. I agree. But I said 5-2, and that 7 should be enough to get you in the thing. And we went 5-2, so I'm not gonna kill them. But again, I was hoping that San Diego would win a fucking game. So
16 straight up in my peripherals, and you're talking to me about 5.
They're hitting the ball. Have you noticed that St. Louis hitting the baseball? We still only have one guy hitting the baseball.
I've won a lot of money on St. Louis.
Somehow we've won 5 of 7, and we still only have one guy hitting the baseball. It's incredible.
Live betting St. Louis has been money. So I'm aware of what they've been doing.
They've been down early a lot.
Remember the text message in Florida? I said when they started winning some games, right? They won like 6 or 7 in a row. And my dad's like, every fucking year. And I'm like, and it's so true. Like they're the Seattle Seahawks of Major League Baseball. Like they can start out slow and then boom. Seattle win like 6 in a row, and you're like, oh, Seattle's a playoff team again. It's like the same thing.
I want
what New England used to do, right? New England used to struggle.
Trey Lance, here we go again. Rub my freaking balls.
Last play of the quarter too.
Damn it! I should have picked Trey Lance to score TD.
Fuck. Oh, you're ahead of me, huh?
I'll tell you what, Tom.
Yeah, I feel like I'm ahead of you by a lot. I don't know what's going on here.
I think.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, I don't know. It's all about can he sweep the Braves? Got to sweep Atlanta.
We can't sweep the Orioles and the Pirates.
I don't know what to say. We're there.
Yeah, oh my God, 71 just buried somebody.
What's their sweep win percentage? Like 2.5%.
Is that Trent Williams?
Yeah, that was a classic Tom Hanks, fucking money pit chuckle right there.
I almost laughed while I was saying it.
Sweep.
I mean, that's.
It all starts with winning game 1, obviously.
Yeah, I guess we do. I guess we have the pitchers that we want to pitch against them. Not really, because Noah's pitching.
I mean, but Noah's in that group, so
that's why I said not really.
Strike out 8. He'll strike out 8 and fucking give up 4.
So was it Wheels? Was it Wheels, Nola, Gibson?
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Or it's Wheeler versus Morton. I looked this up the other day because I thought it was going to be meaningful.
It could be. It still is meaningful.
Nola versus Max Fried, and then Thursday, I believe, is Gibson. Hold on.
Max Fried going on 3 days. Didn't he just pitch?
And then Kyle Gibson, Ian Anderson. Then you got a great bullpen game coming up.
Sure it's not different?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I'm telling you what ESPN's giving me.
Yeah.
Ian Anderson pitched Friday, and Max Fried pitched Saturday for the Braves.
Some guys aren't pussies. I don't know.
They go Wednesday.
Do you understand
Thursday.
what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I wasn't listening to you because I'm trying to read you off some things and tell you.
I'm saying Ian Anderson pitched Friday, Max Fried pitched Saturday. So I think it would be Anderson before Fried. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. But that's just what this has it at.
ESPN's got it the other way.
Yeah, on Saturday, October 2nd, which I assume Could be meaningful, could not be meaningful. Nobody knows as of right now, but that would be a bullpen game for the Phillies. Must win.
Yeah, it should be great.
Potentially second to last game of the year. Huge game. And Matt Moore will be starting out of the bullpen.
So 2 or 3.
I would assume that doesn't happen if it comes to that. You know what I mean? I would think that
2 or 3
Wheeler throws on 4 days rest, hopefully.
Right?
Wheeler,
2 or 3
Wheeler
gets you
throws the next game. Sorry, Tommy.
No.
I would throw Wheeler on 3 days rest Saturday is what I'm saying, Greg.
Yeah. So real quick. So 2 out of 3 gets you a game and a half back. Then you would have
win all 3.
I'm just playing something out for you. Then you would have to go do something you never do, which is then sweep Miami, which is unrealistic too. So
well, yeah.
2 or 3.
You're still going to have to count. You want to sweep the Braves so you don't have to count on fucking. You know what I mean? You want to sweep the Braves because you don't have to count on the Mets. Because if you don't sweep the Braves, you still got to count on the Mets to win a game.
Anderson went Wednesday. Fried went Friday. Complete game.
Okay, so either way, it's still the direction of what I said though, right? Anderson went before him. It still doesn't make sense that they would pitch Fried before Anderson. That's all. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I'm just reading what's on the prompter here.
They might just have it switched. They might just be the opposite. It doesn't matter. We're going to see Ian Anderson and Max Fried, and Max Fried's been pitching really well, so that should be fun.
So yeah, the sweep's the only thing that gets you controlling your own destiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the only way that you don't have to worry about the Mets winning a game is if you sweep the Braves.
I'll take this
because you said 2 out of 3 gets you a half game back.
No, you'd be 1.5 back.
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
See the half technically, Greg. That half
game
is a fucking
2 or
thing.
3, and then lose the Colorado game. I mean, you're asking for a lot.
You're asking for a lot.
You're asking for a lot.
We were going through this before you were on. I'm not sure that you know, but because they're not going to play that fucking Colorado game until they have to.
They potentially have to. Yeah,
it's going to be a half game regardless. So if we're within a half game, like we're half game out or a half game up after Sunday,
that's getting played.
Then the Braves are going to have to play the Colorado game.
Yeah,
and then if we're tied, then we'll have to play them on Tuesday, which will just be fucking crazy.
Yeah, because that'll be NOLA.
It'll be crazy. But yeah. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Philly's got to win. Got to go on a winning streak here, or the season's over, which is probably over. Made it to the last week. Still, like we said, what was about a month and a half ago, we said this Arizona sweep is going to come back to kill us, and it looks like that we were dead on because Atlanta just went to Arizona and beat the piss out of them, just like we should have done.
It was what, Tommy? What were those 2 series? What, the Arizona and the Cubs or something like that? Where we
Arizona on the road, Colorado at home.
Those are 2 series. Yeah. And we got boat raced in both of them.
Can't have that happen.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's a big difference. And I want to give a nice big fuck you to the Padres for blowing that game last night.
Well, this is the point, though.
Tatis today. Thanks a lot.
This is the point, though. Blowing, you didn't have to sweep all those teams. You just had it. You
can't get swept in 4 games in Arizona.
You just had to win series.
You win series, absolutely.
That's the number one.
If you won series, you're even right now or up. If you just won series.
Even split the series against Arizona. Split it.
You're even right now.
We had a 4-game swept at Arizona. Just split it. Split it. You're within a half game.
Because then you put this pressure on yourself where you got to win. You got to then win 4-game series and stuff. That's a little harder to do if you just did the little things before. We talk about it. I mean, it's a fucking joke. It's a joke.
It's like they always say, Tom. You're not going to make the playoffs early in the season, but you can miss it by losing bad games early in the season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The 3 games sweep out in Arizona and then losing 3 of 4
to Colorado, right?
At Colorado, at home.
At home, yeah. Yeah, and then luckily Colorado went and beat 2 or 3 at Atlanta after that to kind of help us. But we can't lose 3 or 4 to Colorado at home when they've been shitty on the road all year.
The second worst road record in baseball.
Yeah, 2 of those games were in the 9th inning. 2 of them,
Yeah, I was gonna say we had the lead in 2 of them. Yep.
Kennedy, everybody's savior. Not everybody's, but
yeah. Ian, thanks a lot.
Half the idiots were like, "Hey, what do you need, Kimbrel?"
Yeah, I was playing him in fantasy this week. He got outs this week though.
And Kennedy's available. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Ian.
So we'll see how the Phils play out here. Obviously Tuesday they're is Game 1 in Atlanta. So
you control your own destiny. You can't ask for anything better. I mean, obviously, except for it to be tied, so you wouldn't have to sweep because we understand how hard it is, especially on the road. But, I mean, schedule makers did you a favor. You know what I mean? Like, you got Braves, who you're chasing, control your own destiny, and the Marlins, who are a shit can. I understand the Marlins beat the Phillies, all right, usually like 15 out of 20, 15 out of 19 every year. I get that, but
that might be a little low.
The game you're
17 of 19 every year.
Yeah, so the schedule makers did you a favor. So now it's time to you control your own destiny. You know what I mean? In that sense, you know what I mean? Like to Wilson's point a couple minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like where you don't need help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta sweep. That's the only way.
That's
the only way.
You didn't get help last night because the new age, one knee down, right? I mean, you should never. That's why you hate needing help. All right, because like I said, one knee down. That's the new thing. Let's steal some strikes. Let's frame some strikes here. It's 98. I gotta frame some strikes. The jerk off that invented that, and fucking pass ball and a fucking blown up barrel. Game's tied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking ball. Yeah. Pass ball, no pass ball, and they're fine.
And what's the difference? You lose a big game in San Diego late, and Braves are winning games in San Diego late. So I mean, that's
very,
also
very true. We should have swept San Diego at San Diego. We blew that when Noah threw great the whole game. Then Cronenworth, I think, right?
Yeah, Cronenworth hit a fucking shot, and that's that. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think he walked to Teese and Cronenworth homered. Yeah, bang bang, bang bang. 1-0 win becomes 2-1 loss real quick.
Yeah. Up 2, you go right at the Teese. All right, and we tried to tell.
We tried saying it.
They're 500.
We can only do so much
this year.
You know what I mean? We can only do so much from our confines to help. We can only say so many fucking things. Yeah. And the same thing goes
guys can only be right so many times.
Yeah, same thing goes for tomorrow night. I'm putting it in bellies fucking 30 times tomorrow night. Jalen's running.
Absolutely.
Like I am 1980 in you and fucking saying, all right, I'm gonna pound you to death, and then I'm gonna play action off of it and hit you with deep balls.
It's like I got Jim Riggins back there. I'm handing off all fucking game, dude. Run the ball.
Johnny Riggins, that a boy.
You like that old big Diesel himself, John Riggins,
old big helmet. You know what I mean?
Love me some
old
John
Riggins.
Nugget. Love me some John Riggins.
Helmet. The old school, the little fucking
just chug it.
The bar coming down. Bar coming down.
Just running motherfuckers over.
Fucking chest pieces. Yeah. Miles ain't doing none of that.
Bully ball. Yeah, I know he's not doing that, but I want to run the ball like I got him. That's what I'm saying. Hand the ball. If Miles doesn't have 25 plus touches tomorrow, something's fucking wrong.
Well,
something's wrong. And he's probably not going to, so something's going to be wrong.
Of course. I mean, I think that's why Jordan Howard should have been on the roster, just to give you that change of pace power back in games like this. I don't understand it. I mean,
I'm okay with Gainwell getting like 5 to 7 as well.
Yeah, but I thought the best offense you had running the football is when you had those two healthy for a minute. Why not just try it again? The one guy's 27. It's not like he's fucking 38. Like, I mean, Jordan Howard can't give you 5 to 7 touches a game, and Boston Scott not even be on your roster. Like, I don't understand.
I think what's called just signed Howard, right? The Niners.
They probably did. Yeah, I think they did.
Because they put Jermichael Hasty on IR.
Yeah, and and he was on our practice squad, which he wasn't going to stay there.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, the whole Jordan Howard dynamic doesn't make any sense because you're right, Tom. It's not like he's a 35-year-old, journeyman just trying to hang on. He's 27. He's still got some burst. He's still got some life, and he was a great change of pace, great secondary option to what we had with Miles.
And they signed him.
Yeah.
Like they brought him back. Like you brought him back, not me. It's weird. It's weird, but
I went back and looked. The Phillies are 8-8 versus the Marlins.
That's fine.
Only one series win, and they tied 2 series.
Yeah, just like you told us early on.
Yeah.
Early on in the year when they played them. Same old story. Same old story. See, I don't know
I
if the
mean,
line can't
I will
hold up.
say, granted, I don't think it's going to happen, but we've been bitching for weeks that we always laugh. You gotta be within 3 when you get to the Atlanta series. Well, we're within 3. Okay, so can we sweep them?
That's what I was saying. Like, I'm not like, to that point. It's like, hey, you control your own destiny. You know what I mean? Like, it's in reach. It's not
Gotta
easy.
go out and win games.
Not easy, but it's in reach. You know what I mean? And they got their guys lined up, and the Phillies got their guys lined up. So, can you find a way to win some of those games? Because I don't imagine it. Even though, I don't imagine it being an offensive juggernaut series.
I think it's going to be pretty close. Yeah.
I just can't fathom how straight face you walk into a locker room 7 games left in the year and you go, yeah, we're going to bullpen this one today.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, I hear you, Greg, but you got nothing else. Even if they bring one of those young kids up, they're only going to let them pitch 3 innings.
No,
they're going to let them go 65.
No, I know.
pitches.
You're absolutely right. And yeah.
So it's the same. You got nothing. You got nothing. Your old Mother Hubbard. Nothing in the cupboard.
And you got Vaughn in the cupboard.
They got nothing in the cupboard.
Oh, he wants the righty. The wild thing.
How much money are we going to spend in the off season?
Who knows? Hopefully a good amount, but we'll see it. They got to show me. They got to show me, Tom, before I even believe it. So,
well, just think. I mean, just look at where we're at, right? You need obviously an upgrade in center field. We have a gaping hole at third base.
Well, Greg, one thing I will say is apparently Bryson Stott been playing a lot of third. So, okay, maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I would plug in him at shortstop if they don't go out and get somebody.
I was going to say, to me, it's like what's happening with short then, because Didi and Freddie both pretty old.
Yeah, I mean, Didi is signed, but obviously we need an
and
upgrade.
Didi had such a bad year so far.
Oh, he's terrible.
I know he's got a couple big hits the last couple of days, but he's had such a terrible year.
Yeah,
and he can't feel the ball.
I think Gene's contract's up, right? So,
yeah, I'm curious myself, Greg. You have to go get a center fielder. That's number one. Got to go get a center fielder. You have to, because our young guys just stink. Unless you think this Matt Vierling can play, which I'm not there. I'm not there.
Unrelated news: I would have cut that Red Sox first baseman right there in the middle of the inning. You know what I mean?
Like,
you're in a pennant race, dude. The guy just alligator arms. I mean, you're supposed to go in the front row there, fucking in, and the popcorn in your fucking underpants. You know what I mean? Guy fucking little alligator arms here on a pop up.
2021 sweeps.
Second and third pop up.
2021 sweeps.
Oh my god, he fucking
doesn't surprise me one bit. Probably didn't want to hit. Probably didn't want to hit the net.
Oh, it landed 3 feet from it. It was crazy.
I'm watching. It looks like only about 8 guys right now are actually contracted for next year. I mean, there's a couple arbitration guys, but guys that are actually under contract for next year. Obviously, Harp, Wheeler, JT, Nola. Didi's got that the last year. There's a club.
Eat that. Just cut him. Sorry.
Yeah. Club option for McCutcheon at $15 million. Gene is in for 1 more year at least, so that's nice. Gibson and Odubel. And then Alvarado, Brogdon, Kumran, Eflin, Hoskins, Knapp.
Yeah, Archie was saying he'd like to come back, but
they're all arbitration. So they're on the team. They're just all arbitration.
Hey, Dubel's back. That's awesome.
Who's the center fielder? Who else?
Right now, his center fielder. I mean, I gotta go sign somebody.
I don't think you can hear. I said, "There's your center fielder."
Yeah.
Well,
oh yeah, no.
No.
No,
I don't know. You like listen. They got to go out and spend a ton of money. I mean, that's a position they're in.
You got to go over the. They've been talking about it. They got to go over.
You would love for Adam Hazley to come out of his padded room and all of a sudden he can hit. You would love Mickey Moniak to look like a pro. You would love to not have to be a Dubel Herrera, Matt Verlin. That's what you would love. That'd be ideal. But
maybe to that though, right? Maybe you sign the center fielder and Verling becomes that left fielder. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I don't think you're paying Kutch $15 million to come back.
Absolutely fucking not.
He didn't have that great of a year.
No.
I like the guy.
I got to get 2 20s out of my lineup. I'm sorry. I got to get 2 20s out of my lineup.
I love what Kutch is. He hasn't fielded the ball great this year, and he's hitting subpar.
Sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. I'm sorry.
No, how about the fact that Aaron Judge struck out? Did you see that?
Drop, pop up, and the catcher dropped strike three. And
I don't think he even fouled that, Sweeps. I think he just dropped it on the exchange.
He fouled it, but he was taking it out like
on the exchange. Yeah,
I mean, you could see it change direction.
What an idiot!
I know.
What an idiot.
Here.
Yeah, but Tommy, I think I mean, who's available center field wise, Greg? Like, I know you love Byron Buxton. You gotta go sign
a lot of free agents next year.
You gotta go sign a center fielder. You have to.
I mean,
yeah, there is. There's a whole bunch, and there's
you go get Harper Boy. You go get Chris Bryant.
And who does? Yeah, who do the Dodgers sign? You know what I mean? Because the Dodgers have Seager and Turner. Are they going to sign both? I don't think so. So one of them will be available. I mean, there's going to be guys available.
Love me a Turner and Bryant and really go like Yankee. Really fucking go. Okay, we'll spend money too. I don't know.
I'd love to.
So center fielders.
It's me and you.
Come
submarine.
There's not a ton of actually like real talent out there though. I mean, there's some good guys, but they're all a lot older. Like starting Marte. He's not a free agent because I think he's got.
I'll take Marte for a 2-piece.
Marte, he's 33.
I thought Buxton must have a.
Yeah, I think he's under contract.
I think he can become a free agent, right?
Yeah, Buxton, Chris Taylor, Jackie Bradley, Michael Taylor, Pilar. Like none of those games really.
I love Kevin Pilar, but he's not a star. He's not as if he was like our our kind of guy you mix in center and left field when the starter's not playing. I would love Kevin Pilar in that spot as our utility knife guy.
Sorry, Marte is a good name though.
Sorry, Marte is a very good name.
Yeah,
it's had a very good year.
I don't think you have to overspend.
Like 50 stolen bases.
Yeah, I don't think you have to overspend either, because it's not going to be like. I don't think it's over two-year. What's he? 33? You said, Greg?
He's 33. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-year deal. So I mean, I don't think you have to overspend. Maybe a 30-year option of some sort, right? I mean,
almost kind of the deal you gave Kutch, right?
Yeah, it's like a no-brainer deal because the guy, I don't know, he's better. He makes your offense better the second he walks in the door, and then you can go spend big money on Chris Bryant then, right? Like you want to be powerful,
and he's your leadoff hitter. He steps right in as your leadoff hitter.
He can, yeah.
You have nothing in your farm system outside of one guy that we talked about, right? Maybe. And who knows what Alex
two young arms that people like, but they're very young, and Bryson Stott. That's what you got. And then you hope that Bohm can find something. Yeah. But to me, I'm throwing Bohm right in left field. You want to find something, you're finding it out there.
Yeah, because I'm going to go.
I was going to say there's some corner outfielders out there, right? You got like Nick Castellanos, Michael Conforto.
No, Castellanos, absolutely.
Tommy
I would
Pham,
love Castellanos. He can play third as well, by the way.
I like Tommy's fan, but not. I don't
he's
know.
34. I didn't realize he was that old.
Old man. I thought he was
old man.
Tommy old now. Tommy old.
Eddie Rosario,
another old guy. I like his bat.
He's only 30.
Feels older.
He does feel older though.
Eddie might be older too. He might really be older. He might be like 35.
Stan just hit one to Salem.
What's that?
That Miguel Tejada.
Well, there's another name on there, like that are left fielders. It's Corey Dickerson, a guy we had in here, right?
Yeah, well, he's not coming back,
No, he's not. But it would have been a guy we should have re-signed.
Maybe, yeah. If he's healthy, he's worth it.
Right, I guess as opposed to Kutch, right? You know what I mean? I would have rather go with Corey than Kutch.
Listen, I'm just all about opening up my checkbook so much that I gotta sell fucking 2 million more cigars. Like I'm opening up it so much that I'm in it for Chris Bryant and Harper are friends, right? So you got to be in it for that. You got to say, okay, I got to go get another star caliber player for this offense, right? Because it's been inconsistent. I need more power in here, right? Then I go get Marte. Then I go, okay, what's out there arm wise? And then I go get 2 arms, a starter and a reliever of a high caliber. And
I need a closer. Tommy. I want a closer.
Third baseman.
That's what I meant.
I think that's what you did. But I think, like, obviously, it's been a really weird year for Nola, but I'm not out on Aaron Nola, okay? But he's not had a good year. But I'm not out on Aaron Nola. I actually like our starters. Maybe I'll
why you can't look be for out one. Nola yet, Wells? Because the strikeout numbers are so high.
Oh yeah, and just like I said, there's been a really weird year. Like A lot of
Weird
1,
fifth
2, and 0-2 hits. Throwing too many strikes. Like, I don't know what
His
he's
fifth
doing.
inning of 900 ERA.
I don't know what he's
The
doing,
weirdest
but
thing I've ever seen.
but it's fucking really strange. But either way, I'm not out on Nola. I think Wheeler's great, and we can depend on him. And I think Gibson's a solid 3 or 4, and I really like Ranger. I think Ranger's has a future as a really good 3, about 3 probably.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I like
So,
Ranger. I like Gibbs.
I'm okay with 4 of our guys.
I would like Gibbs as my
And
5.
I'd like Eflin to come back healthy. But
If
who
Gibbs
knows?
is my 5, I feel very good. If Gibbs is my 5, right? Like if he's my 5, I'm like, okay, that's a competitive 5 I'm running out there, right? And
You
that's
still
why,
got to get one just because you know there's going to be injuries.
no, of course. I'm just saying, like, I think you have a good 6, that you named,
Yeah, I agree.
right?
I do.
But
That's
but
why I
not
would
the
look.
big-
That's why
that's not
I'm
the
looking
big
at
issue.
outfield and I'm looking bullpen.
That's what I'm saying. The big issue is the pen still.
Absolutely. And it's just a closer. I need a closer. I need a
You're
guy
look-
I can depend on.
You're
I
not
like
looking far
Maris
enough.
in the non-closer role.
Listen, you're not looking far enough for one thing. You shouldn't be just looking at center field. You should be looking at center field and third base. You should be
Oh,
looking.
no, I totally agree. But I want to see
looking
what
at
they're
fucking
doing with
home.
Bryson Stott. But I hear you.
Here you go, third baseman. Jose Ramirez got a club option. Don't want to bring this name up because
I do love Jose Ramirez.
might scream at me, but Nolan Arenado can realistically opt out. Kyle Seager, Chris Bryant.
Yeah, they're going to sign him.
That's about where you're going. Right
Chris
there.
Bryant's where I'm going.
Shortstops: Correa, Trevor Story, Corey Seager,
Love a Correa.
Javi Baez.
Well, love a Correa in town, but that's not going to happen. So put Stott at set. If you have to bring Didi, well, I don't know. Like, okay, with Chris Bryant and play him in left field then. Go get Starling Marte and play him in.
I mean,
and play
Sam
him in
Frank
center.
play him in center. I'll put him in
bring
center.
And then bring Stott up and put Stott at third or put Didi at third, right? Go put Didi at third. Then
I'll
you
tell
have
you
to-
what, though. Stott's ruined right now because they just named him the offensive player of the year in the minors. He's done.
He's done.
Just go ahead and write him off right now.
You know what? That's how you
Not a
big
good
boy
sign.
line.
Not a good sign.
No,
That's
it's
how
not.
you big boy line.
10% remaining.
That's how you big boy lineup, guys. That's the only way you can compete right now or get over your hump is to just go big boy lineup. And
No,
now,
I
like,
agree, Tommy. I'm with you.
bring Didi and Gene back.
Just
I don't
look at
give a
the
shit.
look at the league. All you gotta do is look at the league. You think you're gonna hit with these fucking Dodgers teams and shit? The Cardinals had to go do it. Thank God. Now Sweeps will tell you. I play a lot of daily fantasy. I've been using the Cardinals a lot. They caught lightning in a bag with a couple of these young kids. And Mondo Sosa's been playing great. I like that kid, by the way. I think he got banged up, but they had Lars Nootbaar has been coming in getting hits. I know who the fuck that guy is. Harrison Bader's hitting again, and Tyler O'Neill, and obviously
Pipes.
Goldie and fucking Arenado have had great years.
Tyler O'Neill
Wait,
hasn't found had never found a curl rack he didn't work out on.
Yeah,
they
well,
got
it's
a lot
working
of
this year, and he's got like 33.
They got a lot of curl racks.
He's lost like 33 of them.
Yeah, they got a few curl racks.
But yeah, I mean, like
they're doing it on the plane.
you can't
Yeah, I
hit
mean, they're on the
with
plane.
these Dodgers teams. You just can't. You look
Well,
at
you
our
can't with
lineup
the
right
lineup.
now.
I just
compared to
told
these
you.
teams, you can't. Oh no, I agree.
The
I'm saying
lineup I
right
just told
now, you
you
can't.
competitive with that. Marte, Bryant, Didi back, put him in third, Stott up at short, and keep Segura at second, and Hoskins obviously. You want to compete? There you go. Put Bryant in left.
And we should have a DH next year.
You have the best fucking outfield in the NL if you had Bryant, Marte, and Harper. So go try to
And
win.
I'll
something.
sign another bat too, just because we're probably going to have the DH.
Yeah, just get rid of Didi. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather put Bowman third and see what he has, but I don't want to go my whole left side of my infield puppies. But I will if my outfield is Bryant, Marte, and Harper. I'll do that. I'll say, okay, fuck it, let's go to work. Hopefully these guys can hit. I can protect them per se. Hopefully, Steve, what's up, brother? We appreciate the super chat.
What's up,
Oh,
Steve?
Thanks, brother.
But right, I mean, that's still competitive.
I'm right with you, Tom. You got to
That
spend
lineup can still
money.
hit with the big boys.
The bottom line is we're going to have to go over the luxury tax, which they keep saying, they keep chirping about.
And they gotta
well,
do it
we're willing
now.
to do it. We're willing to do it. We're willing to do it. Well, it's time to do it.
They
It's
got to
time
do it now instead. You're absolutely right. They got to do it now in the off season. I say now, but I mean the off season
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
opposed to waiting for the trade deadline.
Does
No,
anybody
but,
hear
yo,
me?
all
Like,
season.
because you got to give yourself an idea of what your team is. This is, I mean, it's kind of leading into my crumb a little bit. Is
Lead right into it, Greg.
well, no, I'm just saying, like, there was no forethought. Like, again, we're getting here at the end of the year in a pennant race, and we've gone 3 weeks with bullpen games,
Yeah,
and it's not like we had the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, whether, and I get injuries happen, but you're telling me that we're so, lacking depth in the minors that we're so lacking depth, even at the major league level, that we can't come up with a starter every 5 days?
It's not even the injuries happen. We went and signed 2 awful ones.
Yeah.
Get your head out of your ass. Anyone that thought Matt Moore was a good signing, I mean, they could have just called us. They could have saved all the money they gave them. They could have gave us like a fifth of it. We could have slapped them in the face, and they'd have been better off.
But they didn't do it. But you're absolutely right, because now and then you wait for the trade deadline, where we all know trade deadlines don't always work out.
Yep.
So there's not enough time from the trade deadline for it to work out. So
and Gibby's been about as good as you could hope.
And you do it during the regular or at the off season so that your team can grow, and then you mix and match at the deadline. Like I mean, I'll get more, but yes, it's been putrid, but they have to do it now.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Left with no choice.
The opener only works for fucking one organization, all right? And it's been doing that, and it's been like that for 3 years, all right? So just happen to have, it's a fucking genie in a bottle, all right? And it's worked for them, you know what I mean? They got $50. Their payroll, $50. Their payroll's $50. Right? Had to come up with some horse shit. Love that song, by the way.
It's in my head now. Fuck.
Gotta rub me the right way, honey.
Come on,
I get you with that, didn't I?
When you're a major market, come on. Yeah, they had fucking $20 bill in the kid. Right? They had to come up. You know what I mean? So
Middleton was going in his fucking couch cushions.
Yeah. No, I mean the Rays. I'm saying the Phillies, they're a major market. I mean, the guys chomping on cigars, talking about spending stupid money, and they're in a pennant race. And for like a month now, they've been, every 5th day it's a bullpen game. It's fucking
we signed Matt Moore, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He's been out. He's been off the team so long. There it is. Thank you, Chase Anderson and Matt Moore. That was let's go. This is gonna work. Thank God Rangers been lights out.
But they waited eight months to do it.
Yeah.
Well, but he was our best reliever before that.
Haven't even stretched out.
Well, what's funny too is they wanted Bailey Falter to do it. Can you imagine watching him every 5 days?
Oh my fucking God! I wouldn't even turn it on. You know what I mean? That
would be a falter.
They wanted that, but he got hit with COVID, so they switched it to Ranger.
Yeah, we would have fucking. That would have been an alert game. Just an alert game.
There's got to be like if you're a Phillies minor league guy, there's got to be a mirror. There's got to be a beanbag check. There's got to be some stuff where you're just like, well, this is like. I mean, if their phone don't ring, dude, it's time to go to 9 to 5. It's time to go 9 to 5.
I'm shocked that Medina didn't throw today.
If you're an Army.
I would have rather seen that. Well,
I thought he threw okay the other day.
If you haven't came up in 2 years, either as a pen guy or a starter for the Philadelphia Phillies, it's 9 to 5 time. It's time to be a librarian.
Maybe new job check. Hey,
it's librarian time, buddy. I mean, punch a time card, man. Let's go. Sorry.
I don't think libraries exist anymore.
I would rather see
I'll
Medina.
say any other job. I don't think libraries exist, but any other job, yeah. Maybe stop throwing the ball and go find one.
I wish we would have.
Because I'm right with you, Sweeps.
Because I wish we would finally figure out what Medina is. You know what I mean? Like we sit here.
He pitched our last game. That was a fucking bullpen game, right?
But then, to your point, they only let him go 3 innings.
Yeah, but why? He's not stretched out the minor league level.
Well, he threw 80 pitches. They probably just figured that his shit's going away now. We gotta get him out. Which what they're gonna do anyway. But I'm saying, to me, I'm just shocked that he didn't throw today. I thought he was gonna start again. I don't know why not.
I don't know. It's asinine.
And we didn't even throw bad today. I mean, they let up some runs like the 6th inning on. But early on, we kept it to a 1-run game. We just didn't get any fucking hits.
No, that's our MO. That's our MO. That's why I want to go get fucking bats galore. And I just want to fucking try to mash you, and then hope I can get outs. Right? Like, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at. That's just where I'm at.
Look around the league. It's what everybody's doing.
Christ, I don't even like Ian Kennedy, and I'll go sign me fucking 8 guys that can just fucking barrel up all day, and I'll run it back with him. Oh, you know what I mean? And I'll just get the rest of my bullpen better. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Oklahoma.
I do like Neris in a non-save situation. I just can't look at Alvarado anymore.
Yeah,
He's just he's just infuriating.
he'll go back to Tampa.
He
He'll
just
go back
can't
to
throw
Tampa.
fucking strikes.
He'll go back to Tampa, have a 101 earn run average, right? Fucking 100 Ks.
I mean, there's some I like
Six
Archie.
walks.
Archie said he wants to come back. You know, he's not under contract, so we have to sign him. But I feel like Archie threw well when he was healthy. But again, that's been his MO his whole career.
It was the other day. Like you were probably at work. I think Tommy was working. Me and Sweeps are going back. Like Cam Bedrosian's in the game, up 1 in the 7th inning.
Yeah, it's
like
not Steve.
I thought getting Kennedy set you up with either Arch or Neris in the 7th, the other one in the 8th.
Archie's hurt.
No, this is a week ago or a couple days ago. He was good.
No, he's hurt. He got hurt a couple days ago. He's
did he?
hurt. He's out. Archie's out.
Archie was-
Coonrod's out.
Well, I know he's out now. I didn't realize he was out that game.
Yes,
But still,
Archie,
why is
Archie,
Cam Bedrosian in the game
Brogdon.
and not Hector Neris then?
I can't watch Cam Bedrosian pitch, but I'm right with you. I don't know who else they can throw out
Especially
there.
then when you went to get Neris for Bedrosian, you then pitched Neris 2 innings.
I like
makes
Neris.
sense.
I like Neris going 2 innings too. Like especially over Bedrosian.
Yeah.
To me, obviously we have to sweep the Braves. We got over that. You know, we don't have to go over it again. But they said Brogdon threw a bullpen, and Coonrod might be ready. Them two have to be able to throw in this series because I can't watch Bedrosian come into a big spot. I just can't. And God forbid Christopher Sanchez. Oh my God, I don't know how he got outs today. That's like
Ramon Rossi
smoking mirrors.
Well, I guess the one decent thought going into next year is there's obviously a chance we get Sir Anthony back and we can see what he is after the injury. I know he's been playing. I don't know how he's been doing, but I know he's been down in the minors coming back from his rehab. He might absolutely.
I feel like it's been 2 years, right?
Yeah. If he ain't back up here now, like Sweeps already said, maybe find a new career.
Well, no, he just started throwing like a month ago.
I'll say this though, to Martian. Sixers Media Day tomorrow. Anything you guys looking forward to when you're Doc Amore? Yeah, you know what I'm looking forward to? Doc and Darryl calling Ben a pussy. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. Like that would make my day. Like say, hey, that guy's a pussy. Like supposedly his team tried to fly out there too. When he said no to them, he doesn't want to come back. Like what a little baby. I can't do this.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's not shocking, but it is.
I feel like I think that's the Sixers fighting fire with fire, and I love it. Like I don't even know how true that is, but I like the Sixers put that out there. Like, oh yeah, make Ben look like even more of a fucking piece of shit. We tried flying out. I love it.
Well, that's what the new thing I heard today makes it even worse, and that's why he's my crumb of the week because it even got worse. It's somehow something that can't get worse got worse.
Start it up.
All right. Well, his teammates wanted to fly out and talk to him, and he turned them the fuck down. Who the fuck are you?
I said I'm not sure how true that is. Because I haven't heard any of the teammates. Any of the teammates haven't said that, but the Sixers put that out there, and I love that. I love that the Sixers put that out there.
I believe that's true because I believe this dude's the most spoiled, privileged athlete we've ever witnessed in our time here in Philadelphia. There may have been other guys, and we just didn't know about them. We know about him, all right? Because he's a fucking glass house loser. He never got better. He never cared to get better. He rested on just being told how great he is and how great he can be. And all he asked for you is develop. All he asked for you is to get better. All he asked for you was to take a shot, which my son will. As soon as he's on a Fisher Price fucking net, he'll start taking shots on a Fisher Price net. That's how you start basketball, right? Everybody takes a shot. You shoot, right? There's a fucking jab step for a reason. All right, there's all these things for a fucking reason. And this guy refused to do it because he was the smartest guy in the ever in basketball. Because LeBron said, "Oh, he's got the ability to be LeBron," so he didn't have to do anything, nothing, and he showed it. And then on top of it, you want to quit on your teammates, you want to quit on a city that was behind you, you want to quit on everybody else. Good. I hope you rot in basketball purgatory or whatever it is.
Cleveland.
Right? Like go to Portland, go to Houston. Like you're a piece of shit. And I hate to say it, you're the biggest pussy I've ever witnessed. Like we gave you standing ovations for hitting a 3-pointer against a Chinese team. Like what the fuck are we talking about?
That is true.
What the fuck are we talking about? Everybody blames us for what?
And we gave you standing out when you hit one against the Knicks. Regular season game.
fucking
Standing
preseason.
out for one against the
jerking off
Knicks in a
on air.
regular season game.
I literally jerked the guy off on air. Well, that's how excited we were. How are we doing? What are we doing? And then it's always our fault. Like we're the problem. We're the reason we get got in guys' heads. Then these guys can't be athletes.
I wouldn't even trade him at this point, Tommy.
I was just thinking that. Well, I was thinking that because
I wouldn't even trade him. I'd say, you know what? Guess you don't want to play in the NBA anymore.
I agree.
Guess not.
I was thinking the same thing because he's got us over the barrel right now. So at this,
because we're fucked. We're fucked now. We're fucked.
Basketballs, yeah. You probably get a bag of basketballs. Everybody,
we're fucked.
Nobody's gonna call us and offer us a fucking king's ransom. You know what I mean?
We'll get 2 first-round picks that will turn into nothing.
So I'll definitely be like, you know what? Just keep getting fined. Keep find the fuck until his cars run out. Until he's got to sell every one of his fucking cars. fucking Hollywood Hayward.
Well, guess what? You know what makes it worse, Sweeps? He doesn't even have to show up to training camp. He gets like $12.5 million October 1st, regardless if he shows up to camp or not. Some stupid stipulation we put in his fucking contract. So he's just gonna sit back and count his fucking money. Which is like another reason why I'd say don't even fucking trade him. Fuck him. Oh, you want to go to Golden State or LA? That's fine. When your contract runs out, you can go there. Oh, that's right. You just signed a big one, didn't you? Oh, what a shame. Looks like you're just not playing basketball then, huh?
I'll trade him for almost anything right now, player wise, just to get rid of his face.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything.
I don't care.
But I hear you.
Like I think we'll get more than you think we get, but I'm not saying we're getting a lot, right?
I just think we're going to get from this one.
I just think we'll get more than Will thinks we're going to get for him, but not a lot. Like we're not getting Damian Lillard; those days are over. But could we sneak out of CJ? Maybe. Could we? I'll take anything back. Really, like there's things out there you could get back for him, and that's fine. I mean, I just don't want to. I don't want his face around this organization. I don't want his face linked to this organization, and I sure as hell don't want him being a fucking bitch. Okay. And not excuse my language because that's going to be said a million times about him. That I don't want him to be around his teammates, and I don't even mean being in the city. I just mean like social media wise, anything. Like I don't want him connected here. I don't want any distractions, Ben Simmons related, when it comes to the Philadelphia 76ers this season. I just don't want it anymore. I'm over it. I'm tired. I defended the guy, right? I wasn't a guy who said I would never trade him. I just defended him, right? I wouldn't trade him for certain things. Okay. But
I'm sorry.
I really defended him, and I'm out.
Yeah, if you're not out on him, you're not a real Sixers fan. You're just a fan.
You have to be out.
Take your poster down.
He's ruined us.
Poster down up top where you jerk awful.
He's ruined us. We're ruined. That's why I would. That's why
I don't think we're ruined.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
Because I think Tyrese Maxey can flat out play. So you just got to give me something back. Give me something back. You can
even if he can play, we're not. We're like the 5th team. We're like number 5 team in the East now, probably.
Not if I get something decent back. If I get something decent back,
stop it.
I can be better than that. If I get something decent back,
okay. I hope.
If I got CJ back,
I think we're going to get one. I think I love CJ McCollum, but I mean, yeah, okay, I like him. I just think we're going to probably get a couple first-round picks, and we'll probably turn them into nothing because we stink at picking.
I don't want to trade him for first-round picks because he'll make a team better in the regular season. So I don't even want to get on that game with him. Right? I need a player.
I'm right with you. I'm just thinking that's what we're going to get.
I don't want your picks. Just give me players.
That's why maybe I would not even accept the trade. It's like that. Guess you don't want to play.
No, but you're gonna have to take less than the value, and that's fine. That happens, right? Yeah. And for a guy like this, let it happen. His agent's a loser.
I saw he came out complaining about the Sixers about something either today or yesterday.
Yeah, he was. I saw he made some. I didn't see what it was, but I saw that he made Rich Paul or whatever.
He blamed the Sixers for doing something. I don't know.
He's playing traffic too. He's
fucking doing them or something.
His name should just be LeBron's puppet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole NBA right now.
No, but he's LeBron.
No, I know he is. I know.
His ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my crumb of the week.
He's moving his face.
That's my crumb of the week, the day, the year. It's sad it's come to this, right? And it's another player in this city that when he fails, it's everybody else's fault. Yep. And we just witnessed this with 11 and to an even greater extent with Ben Simmons.
I think it's going to get even worse, Like, is this going to stop? Is this like the new thing? Everyone's just a pussy and Guys just run away from the town. Like this is ridiculous. It's three guys now. 3 guys. Nolan Patrick, Carson Wentz, Ben Simmons. Is this just going to keep continuing? Because I don't know if I can handle it. Bunch of fucking weak pussies. It's unreal.
Yeah, but are we going to win with those guys anyway?
Probably not.
If you're not much of a bitch, I'd rather just know it. Like, let me know you're a bitch. Let me know. Like, let me know you're soft as Charmin. Let me know it's everybody else's fault. Because that means you're one of my stars of my organization. It's everybody else's fault, right? Then you're not an accountable cat that I need. I need some accountability if I'm trying to win championships. I need guys that it's bigger than them, right? And I never thought his shooting was bigger than he was trying to make the team bigger than him, like he played it out to be. Is he's a pussy? That's what it was. So you know what I mean? It was never about he's just a great distributor. He wants to make guys better. No, if he wanted to make guys better, he would shoot the basketball.
Yep.
So I'll take him for anything. I said I'll take him for John Wall's left knee at this point. I don't care. Get him out of here. It's time to go. So thanks for your time.
The only one I agree with you on.
I don't want John Wall. I'm just
yeah. I'm saying I agree with you on would we have won with any of those? I think it's too early with the Nolan Patrick, but that's right. Now that he's the only one, and we still don't know because he might get a concussion and never play again.
Yeah, he'll get a concussion next week. Probably his head on the plane somewhere. Not taking shots at concussions. Just stating the obvious. There's like Carson gets hurt, no one gets concussions, and Ben doesn't shoot. I mean, some things are just factual. Some things are just, like, and Wilson goes out of the screen.
And Wilson leaves the screen. Sooner or later, I don't think he's coming back because I know you said 10% a couple minutes ago.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's my crumb because I know you're going somewhere else, Greg. So I'll stick with what I've been yelling about all week.
No, and it's fair. I mean, it sucks that I defended him as much as I did because I thought there was a possibility of even like a change, but this isn't a change. This is some like narcissistic shit.
Oh yeah, I'm the big bad wolf when you're
I'm the best player in the world. And you're
you're really a kitten. You're a kitten. We seen you be a kitten.
Yeah.
You can't run from meows. You cannot run from fucking meows in the NBA because everybody knows who the stars are. But he thinks he's a star because he gets invited to All-Star games. Okay, buddy. Okay. I can't keep doing it. I won't sleep tonight. I'll be too wired.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just like I said, it's not worth talking about anymore. I don't even want to fucking bring up his name. I don't even.
Absolutely.
I don't even know who the fuck he is. I don't care where he ends up. Obviously, I would like to get something back. You know what I mean? Because I know he's holding us hostage and stuff. So I don't care if we find the shit at him and he sits out. Fuck him. But in the end, we would like to get something. You know what I mean? Where we can start to go in a better direction. In a toughness, in a culture, and change the culture again. Which we tried to do with Jimmy. I know people had people wanted to take shots at him. You know what I mean? He's a cancer. He's been on 3 teams. I wish Will's, had some percentages so he can come back in. You know what I mean? I wish he had some battery life. You know what I mean? Because, I know there's people that hated him. Right?
Yeah, I'm right here.
And that's your opinion. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm not taking shots at you. Right?
I get
fucking tough as nails, guys. Yep. Guy's fucking city guy. You know what I mean? Like he might be a problem. I don't know. I'm not on those teams. You know what I mean? But there was a common denominator, right? Karl Anthony Towns, pussy. Yep. Ben Simmons, pussy. Here it is. There it is, dude. I mean, that's common denominator, all right? So people looked at it like, oh, this guy's a cancer. This guy's destroying teams. He's a fucking ego. He's surrounded by pussies. So, when that happens, once again, don't have to change your opinion on him. He's gone. Don't need to even talk about him. Just saying, all right? We had a chance. We had a dog in the room, and we let the gate open. We left the fucking gate open, and he fucking wanted out, all right? And we let him run away. Fucking love Jimmy.
We chose him.
You're absolutely
right. We chose Brett and Ben over him, and neither one are going to be here. So now all 3 aren't here.
Now everyone's gone, and no, you're absolutely right, Sweep. And I'll be the first to admit I don't really like the guy. But the way it played out, I'd much rather have Jimmy than Ben and Brett, right? For that small period of time, right? The way it's played out, you know what I mean? I mean, it's all we have right now is hindsight, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way it's played out and it's turned out. Yeah, let's go back and redo that then. right? Let's go back and redo that, and maybe and then the same thing. Instead of maybe Doc, maybe we keep Monty Williams, right? I don't know who Jimmy was a fan of outside of Brett, right? You know what I mean? To where who would have been our head coach at that point, right?
I would have loved Doc, I think. So.
Well, but Doc wasn't gone at that point.
No, I'm saying if Doc came in and became the head coach after,
the 1 year with Brett.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, 1 year with Brett, and they know it's over.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, sign me up for that because you're right. Then we at least know what we have.
Because Brett would have been fine if Ben wasn't there, right, Greg?
I think you're right. Yes.
The common denominator wasn't as much Brett; it was Ben. And Brett got a bad rap
Brett
here.
Catering to Ben, then.
Yeah,
right.
Brett did a lot of things bad here, but Brett's failure comes on Ben Simmons, right? I mean, that's what it comes to. That's what it is. I mean, it's Ben Simmons ruining it for him.
Everybody.
I mean, he took a tank team.
Absolutely. Great.
Sat through the tanks, became a good football team. I mean, football. I'm watching touchdowns. A good basketball team, right? Became a good basketball team. All right, and then he gets fired. Well, why did he get fired? Because they can't get over the hump. Well, the same hump they didn't get over this year. So the common denominator there is it's not as much. It's not a coach problem as much as it's a personnel problem.
It was one of your top player problems.
Yeah,
right. It was your number one pick.
That's what I'm saying. Dude,
guys don't produce, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we don't relate to that because how we were raised and we're just blue collar guys. You know what I mean? But it's one thing to be a diva if you're maybe a superstar and you win and you're constantly winning. Then you do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like you can walk in a room and have 10 cars and maybe not show up for practice. However they want to handle the culture. You know what I mean? Like that's up to the coaches and management. You know what I mean? But when you don't win shit, like, oh, great, we get the 1 seed or we get the 2 seed and we're out in the second round every year. You didn't win nothing. You're a fucking loser too, bro. Yeah. Right? You're a fucking loser. You were a loser at fucking LSU. You're a fucking loser, right? That's the bottom line, right? So when you get over yourself and you get over this little fucking Hollywood fucking vision of yourself, you little fucking pussy, right? You're a fucking loser, right? You're a fucking 6'10", fucking soft loser, and you should fucking dominate. You should go for 40 a night and 40, 20, and fucking 15 every night. And you have that kind of fucking skill set. But you're such a fucking pussy. You're fucking middle of the road. Fuck you, dude. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not a James Harden guy. I was very clear on that, but I would take James Harden in a minute, and I wish I could go back and do that.
Again, so, another scenario where you're absolutely right.
Like, I'm wrong. I was a Jimmy guy, so that's not even a question. But I was like, okay, I mean, I get it. You kept the bias, fine, whatever.
Max contract.
Yeah, all that stuff I understood, but I wanted Jimmy because you could have done it. Because you can overspend, so you could have done it. But listen, it just sucks the way it played out. Now Joel's the only guy left here, and I like it that way. I like having my I want my one leader, right? And then other guys that are going to come in and fucking work hard and do the right things and buy into the coaching staff. That's a good one here. Like I want that right now. It's fresh for me. Like Tyrese Maxey being my starting point guard would be fresh for me because I feel like those two could have a really good relationship. You need a guard who can score with a big man. We all know this, all right? And he's young. He's got a lot to prove, right? Still, but he works his ass off. And at this point, it's something new. Just like anything you got back for Ben Simmons would be something new, and I'll be happy with, and would just make us deeper. I still think if Joel's can be healthy, and that's the biggest question mark, right? That's why when Ben trade started, I wanted somebody who could carry the load when he's not here, right? But I think a CJ McCollum with what you have on this roster can still win some games for you if he missed 15 to 20, right? Like at least make it competitive where you're not like, all right, tonight's an L, right? I mean, you have a guy who can go for 40, right? So I mean, that's what you need. You have two guys in your backcourt. If you got McCollum and a lot of guys in your backcourt, honestly, but Maxey and McCollum can both go off for 20 a night easily. That makes you better. It makes you better. It just does. I'm not Mr. CJ McCollum, right? Because I don't think he plays a lick of D, but that's fine. You don't got to play D if you're dropping 25 a night because my big man does. And Danny Green does. And I have guys on this roster who can. Matisse does. I have enough defense. I don't need to be we were all Mr. Pomsey for years. At least I was. Right? I want to outscore the world. I want to outscore the fucking world. We're over all day, sweeps. Overs.
Well, that's where it went back to our point. You know what I mean? I understand Greg and I understand Wilson and everybody else that hates Harden with 1,000 sons. I get that. You know what I mean? And there's nothing winning about like you don't. In hindsight's 20/20. So this isn't going back and throwing swords at people that didn't want it. You know what I mean? But when a guy can, when whether like I said, whether how you feel about him or not, like I'm talking about a panel of fucking Hall of Famers, and they hear guys that talk about the guy. The guy is a top 5, top 3 scorer of all, you know what I mean? They're saying of all time, you know what I mean? Like just the way the guy that can flat out score.
Sure.
You know, I know he doesn't do anything else, you know what I mean? But if you get enough guys around them that can play defense and buy in those role guys, you know what I mean? You know, maybe it would have worked. And I don't know if it would have worked. Who knows if it would have, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And like you said, hindsight's 20/20, we can't go back. You know what I mean? But, you know, to have nothing for Ben and, you know, and maybe see him on his way out the door. Bryce, you would love to have I'd love to see fucking Joe and Harden, you know, drop fucking 30 a night each.
No, you're absolutely right. And you know, it's absolutely the correct take too. Like when you look back at it and you realize how much he has been over to Coles, you know what I mean? Like, listen, yeah, I mean, the days of getting Dame are obviously gone, right? But can you get 75 cents on the dollar, right? Can you get 65 cents on the dollar? Or are you down at that quarter, 20 cents on the dollar, right? You know what I mean? Like, and that's where we're at. So you're absolutely correct, right? You look back and you look at Jimmy, you look at Harden, you look at whatever else was potentially out there, and you go, shit, that's probably better than what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Especially because both those guys would have been under contract, right? So we would know what our team looked like. I mean, and let's be real, James Harden made it work in New York, in Brooklyn, and he's going to make it work in Brooklyn, right? So there's no saying outside of you're right, no, outside of personal hatred, you know what I mean, or your personal feelings for the guy. There's no saying he wouldn't have made it work here with Joel, right? So because he made it work up there. So
you don't want a Monday morning quarterback, you know what I mean? But you know. The signs and the handwriting has been on the wall for years with fucking Ben. You know what I mean? About the softness and stuff like that. You know, we just kept holding out hope, right? Because of, you know, the skill set that, this year, this is our year. This is the year. He's going to turn the corner. You know what I mean? We love those summer videos. You know what I mean? You can't get your dick out of your hand quick enough, right?
Not quick enough.
You're fucking shooting fucking.
So you just leave it out. You just leave it. You left it out all summer at that point, right? You're just waiting for it.
You see him shooting threes in the summer, and he's shooting, and everything. Everybody's like,
and he looks like Kobe, and you're like, oh my god!
After Halloween, here we go. This is our year. You know what I mean? And it was like, but really, when you look around, you know, you look back, you know, and that's why sports is unbelievable when it transcends to real life, because you know, just like there's signs when, you know, like a serial killer has signs. You know what I mean? Guy was killing cats. Guy was killing cats when he was 8 years old. Hey, this guy's burning cats. You know what I mean? Obviously, Billy's not normal. You know what I mean? He's not normal. You know, fucking Ted Bundy sniffing undies at fucking 9 years old. That's what he was doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's signs. You know what I mean? So in the sports world, some guys show you their cards. They show you who they are. You know, and Ben has showed us from day one who he was. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I know there was the flashes of greatness. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is great, but. You know, like he showed us early on how soft he was and what a mental midget he was. By not shooting, you know what I mean? Like just that one fact right there showed that he did not want to fail. He would rather fucking play it safe and be on the sidelines and just fucking pass and be an assist guy than fucking actually take the shot, take any shot at all, but let alone a game-winning shot where he has a chance of fail and he can't deal with failure. That's how fucking soft he was.
Yep. Absolutely. Sad it's gotten here.
Yep.
But here we are. Greg, Crumb.
Yeah, so naturally had the Phillies, right? I mean, how do we go? And this is part Joe Girardi, part management, right? How do you just go the last 2 months of the year throwing bullpen games out there in a pennant race? I mean, and we talked about it earlier, some of the other things that have gone on, right? It's, hey, listen, I know Joe's playing with what he's got, but there's no shot that this is who he should have at this point. You know what I mean? We didn't go over to luxury tax early in the year. Or in the offseason, so to give us a chance to compete. And then we tried to patchwork it at the deadline, and yet we still came up a guy short, right? Whether that's a bullpen guy, whether it's a starter guy, we still came up a guy short. And you can't tell me that you didn't have this forethought and this foreshadowing that we were going to potentially be in a pennant race. Because if you're management and you're not thinking about being in a pennant race, then why are you in management? And then you look at your $330 guy and you just absolutely wasted a career year out of the guy. I mean, the guy's he's out of control right now with the extra base hits and all of his power numbers naturally have come back to level what we thought he was going to be. He's probably the MVP, and we're not going to make the playoffs, and that's just all based off our pitching, especially down the stretch here.
Yeah, it's been a combo of problems all year, but it's absolutely on them not doing enough before the season started.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where it starts. And I can put plenty on Joe, right, Greg? I can. But that's almost not fair because we talk about the same thing happening with just a different coach, right? Yeah. Well, we're talking about with the Sixers. Well, the same thing's happening with the Phillies, and it's just a different coach who we believe is better, who we all believe to a man is a better coach than Gabe Kapler. We all fucking believe that. Yeah. So just like we believe Doc's a better coach than Brett, right? So we all believe that, right? But we're getting the same results. So that becomes a personnel problem. That becomes a stuff we all know, a player development, a scouting, a whole combination, and then not going over luxury tax, a whole combination of shit that makes you just a Major League Baseball team. Like you're just around.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I'm not sitting there, on the fire Joe train. You know what I mean? But there's been decisions and moves that he's made, especially down the stretch, to where just you're scratching your head. You know what I mean? Wondering what's going on. Like why was Ian Kennedy not available the other day? Like again, and granted, we probably won the game, right? You know what I mean? Like we ended up winning the game, so it worked out. But he had a day off. When we won that 12-6 game, he didn't pitch. So why was he not available? You know what I mean? It's like, what else? I get it. Like he's trying to, piece together because he probably knew we had a bullpen game coming up and all that. But it's, why is management even putting him in that spot to where he even has to manage like that? You know what I mean?
Because it's all about them not wanting to
spend the money. Yeah.
And not realizing that they have major holes. And they did too late, like when they fire people in their scouting department, et cetera, right? It's almost too late, but that they realize, like, oh, okay, maybe some of these guys down here aren't as good as we thought they were. Yeah, Moniak,
maybe these guys suck.
Hazley, some of the arms, right? And then you get caught with your pants down. And this is what they did again because they've been halfway in money-wise and not fully in. You don't go spend $330 million on a right fielder and then another $100 million on a catcher and be halfway to fuck in.
Yeah.
Like, no, then I got to go spend money on other things, or I got to be the Cardinals who did that essentially, or could do that with Arenado, but then have other things around it, right? So that come off.
Have actually some talent from your farm system.
Yes, it's one way or the fucking other. And for 12 years, I'll give you 5. Like, I'll give you the 5 rebuild, right? The 5, some first round picks. Boom. Then you got to go. Where we're at now is fucking a joke for a top 5 market. It's a joke. Like, you got to understand where you're at, and your scouting and your picks aren't going to change tomorrow night. So that's another 5-year process that you're in, at least. So what do you got to do in that meantime? Because 5 years Harp and Real Muto don't matter.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do in that meantime?
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, I got to spend more money than you, and then pray that works.
Yeah, taking out the last 2 because of course we good.
Yeah, because like you said, if it ain't in house, which we know it ain't, then you got to go out. You got to go spend it. You got to go find it. You got to knock on your neighbor's door. Hey, what do you got? You got sugar in there? What do you got? I'll give you $100 million. Give you $100 million for some sugar. Give me $100 million for some sugar.
But if you look back, let's take Mick Abel out. Let's take Andrew Painter out. Right? Bryson Stott. We don't know yet. Alec Baum not trending in the right way. Everything else since there until 2014, Aaron Nola, and even this year threw a wrench into that one, has been a miss, right? Randolph, Moniak, Hazley. After Nola, you got Crawford. Well, that whole situation changed. But you look at the last first-round picks.
JP better than Didi.
JP's definitely better than Didi, yes. Our last hit was Cole Hamels in 2002. Think about that. Our last hit was 2014 and 2002. You can't be a top 5 market organization and have that much of a gap in your first round picks panning out. That just can't happen.
No, and that's where it all starts for any good organization.
That's just, that's insane.
That's why baseball is different than other sports.
Yeah.
Why it's deeper. It's deeper than other sports. It really is. The way you're able to sign guys, the way you're able to do things, like in terms of draft, but in terms of signing like international, etc. The things you're able to do, if you're really good at it, Tampa Bay Rays, other markets, guess what? You could be, if you're the Rays, you say, I'm going to stop flipping cigars, right? Because if you had that roster here and you're winning games with that money, right? With that money and a sold out ballpark, you're feeling fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Right? So,
no, you're right. And baseball's so mental that, you know what I mean? Like, you never know when it, you just never know, like, giving up. Like, I'm not saying you guys are giving up. I'm saying, like, that number can change that Greg,
sure,
had spit out. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, we know Nola, it hasn't been pretty, and obviously it hasn't been consistent. You know what I mean? But the flashes have been brilliant. You know what I mean? So you need more of the consistency, and you need to fucking figure it out on the road. You know what I mean? I'm not ready to write Baum off. I mean, defensively, it's been a train wreck, and he didn't hit in his second season. But we see, slumps happen all the time. It happens to, it happens to guys that are vets too. You know what I mean? So, and we'll see if Stott gets an opportunity and what he can do at the big league level. So that number could change, but
sure.
You're absolutely, spot on. You know what I mean? That's just too big of a gap. You know what I mean? If you want to compete or you want to be considered a great organization,
Yeah, I mean, Painter and Abel could be fucking pimps for all we know, right? And and then paying out too. So yeah, that number can absolutely change. Doesn't trend in that direction. I'm still not out fully on Alec Boehm yet.
Those are the
pure hitter. I just think he's a pure hitter. At least that's what I thought he was, and maybe my eyes lied to me, and that's not the first time or the last. But I just think he was a really good hitter. I knew defense was always going to be a concern, at least early on. But I like what Will said. Put him in fucking left field, if he can hit enough, right? If he can hit you 20, 25 homers a year and bat you 270, I mean, we'll run and take that in a heartbeat.
Well, Cubs gave us.
Back to the mental part, we talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, your defensive struggles, it goes the opposite way. Your defensive struggles come to the plate with you too.
Yeah.
So if you're in your horse shit on that end, and you're costing your team outs and you're costing your team runs, that you don't just forget it. Even though we live in an offensive world, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just forget about it. You like to flush it and move on, but we're all human. You know what I mean? We know that's not possible. So you're still kicking yourself, and next thing you're hanging an 0 for 3. You're hanging an 0 for 3 because you can't play defense. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the best way to get rid of that is to change positions and possibly see if a corner out, see if left field works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I do have another secondary crumb real quick. The European Ryder Cup team for just getting absolutely steamrolled. But not only just the loss.
Boat race.
It was a boat race. It was so much fun to watch too. But I think Patrick Harrington messed up with his pairings the first 2 days. Obviously, John Rahm, the best player in the world. Sergio Garcia, probably the best Ryder Cup player of all time. He's at least got the most points. He teamed them together the entire weekend, all 4 sessions. Didn't spread them out. Like, let John Rahm, the best player in the world, go carry somebody else, right? Let Sergio Garcia's experience go help somebody else get a point. Now, it wouldn't have mattered, as we found out by the scores, but it's a totally different game. And Sunday, potentially, if the score is 10-6 as opposed to 11-5. And there's a little bit more of an opportunity for some better matches, especially today. I just think he paired them together, and those were the only guys that got points up until today, and it showed. Rory McIlroy was going to be in that, but he got a point today, and he cursed on air during his press conference, or during his after press conference. So I'm good with Roy right now, but he shit the bed all week. But it was funny afterwards. Stricker was saying, he had the Bryce and Brooks feud back and forth. Then Stricker said Brooks came up to him and said, "I want to play with Bryson." It never happened, but see you, Billy. Thanks, brother.
See you, Bill.
See you, Bill.
He's like, "I want to play with Bryson." He's like, "I'll play with him." So that feud kind of, at least for this week, took a backseat, and then even the NBC made a huge deal of the embrace and the hug after the announcement was made final that they won. It was just so funny that they were all over that potential feud, and both guys were like, "Yeah, we're good." It was a fun weekend, though.
Oh, that tee shot he had. I mean, 400. What was it? Is that what you just said? I know you were talking about the feud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the feud. Oh, but the 417 on Saturday or Friday.
Par five.
Yeah.
Everybody goes left, and he's like, "I'm going there." So, which we know Hulk. I how I feel about Hulk Hogan. I don't like him one bit, but that was impressive. I mean, which we know he can hit the ball. He
played really well this week.
Yeah. He's not a trash can. I just don't like him. Yeah, but still.
What's funny though, Sweeps, is he's going out. He's flying to Vegas right now. He's going to go compete in the World Long Drive competition.
Oh,
so,
sorry, dude.
The whole time he's getting ready for the Ryder Cup, he's also increasing his speed training so that he can go out to the World Long Drive competition in Vegas, which I think is tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's insane.
The helmet on Adams here.
He's dead. It's a shame Billy left because he might be paralyzed.
And they didn't call it.
Yeah. They didn't call that?
Nope.
What do you think?
Call
it. Down? Oh, my God. Jesus, that's fucking – they didn't call it? What are they looking at?
I have no idea.
Did they review that?
He was down early, too. It was
my God.
Oh, God, leading with your helmet. That's the definition. Wow. There's a phone.
It's a fucking joke.
That's bad.
Everybody around.
Sorry, those are my two.
Yeah, I'll take us out. To keep it out of the local flavor. As everyone knows, for me, it's the Miami Dolphins. It's not just today, just the fact. I mean, today just rubs it in even more. And I've spoke on it before, and it's not about being right. I don't care about being right. I just want to know that how many.
You're right.
How many guys? I just want to know how many guys. Like I said, not about me. I want to know how many guys that were in that war room that night still have a job and they're still in the NFL. Okay, because when you look at fucking Tua and you look at Herbert, it's a fucking no-brainer. Take away how they performed, right? I'm just talking about one's little squatty Hawaiian left-hander and a 6'6" guy with a fucking rocket that was blessed from the gods, came down and blessed his right arm. Okay? Because you're going by college stuff, right? There's 4 good teams in the country. It's the fucking college football, which we love, right? Because we like to watch football. College football is a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's fucking watered down. It's a terrible product. It fucking stinks. Right? And that's what you went by. Oh, this guy is such a winner. He's so accurate. He's so great. Then you add in the fact, which that's a crock of shit too, the fact that he's held together with duct tape. And you still decided to go with the fucking curse of Dan Marino. 22, 23 starting quarterbacks since my boy has fucking retired, right? I mean, Dan, let up on us, Dan. You're fucking right. You're kicking me right in the nuts year in and year out. But they had a fucking shot. Now it's fucking 15 years. They're going to have to pay for this mistake. And just watch Herbert go in the fucking Arrowhead today and fucking win a road game with 4 touchdowns. I mean, just continue to watch it. I just want to know. So my crumb is everybody in the fucking organization, but I want to know who was in that room. I want somebody to find out for me, and I want somebody to tell me who was in that room besides Flores and the fucking GM, and who else had their little fucking red rocket dicks out and told me Tua was the pick. Because I want to have a discussion with them.
I think if you ever watch Oregon games, which I've always liked watching Oregon games just because whatever, you know what I mean? I don't have a team, so I sprinkle around as some teams I like to watch. Oregon's one of them. Alabama's one of them. If you just watch them 2 fucking play, right? You knew one guy is a franchise quarterback and the other guy, I don't know. Even before the injury, I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't have that answer. But the one guy had the answer to. And I understand people tell me, well, Tommy came out small in some spots. He's also not playing with that roster. And if he was playing with that fucking roster, okay, if he's playing with that roster, they talk about losing the game. They might beat everybody by fucking 50 with those wide receivers. So
Yeah.
I don't even want to. I don't even. It's not even like you're 100% spot on. Anybody that passed up on him, who else passed up on quarterback wise? Anybody in that draft besides Miami?
He went 6, and idiot went 5. So I mean,
What was that? 2019.
yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, I'm just curious who else passed on him. Kind of, obviously other teams did. I just want to know what they passed on him for.
Burrow went 1, and then 2 went. They had
Kyler,
had to.
Bosa.
Redskins. I don't say they had to. I mean, if they look at it now, they'd be like, "Love to have our franchise quarterback," but Chase pretty good. Chase Young pretty good.
Yeah, I like Chase.
But if you ask them, what I mean, like to your point, what I mean, like if you
I'd
ask,
rather have the quarterback.
yeah, you're right, absolutely, 15 years of deliciousness, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know how everybody passes on a guy like that if you just watched him play. He was everything outside. Like Kyler Murray, fine, going 1. I don't care because he's a playmaker. You want to go Murray 1, fine. But I that's up for debate. Them two, okay. But they're up for the debate. But after that, he's the next quarterback off the board, if not the next player. Like too old. Let me grab this guy real quick because I think both are franchise guys in different ways.
Detroit and the Giants.
Who?
Detroit and the Giants, because you're right. You're not going to necessarily pass on Chase Young, right? But Detroit,
my God, Detroit and the Giants. Look at
Jeff
you,
Okudah, which is good. He's good, but now he's hurt.
Yeah, Okudah's good. I'm not going to take that away.
And then Andrew Thomas, which they reached on that.
No, that's hey, that's what they do.
So, yeah, then Tua, then Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, Tua's not even a top 10 pick to me. Like, right? It's just it's a situation.
We had a live reaction. I mean, A2D, best in the business. All right, fucking from draft shows to fucking fantasy drafts to fucking 100 shows. I mean, the A2D blown up. Right, I was fortunate enough to be on invited to a draft special, and I quickly exited right after the pick. I shut the fucking laptop, and that was it. Bada bing. Guy hadn't even took a snap yet. Boom. That was it. Right? I mean, it is what it is.
Oh my God.
And he's a lefty. He's a lefty. That should have been everything you need to know. He's a lefty.
I don't draft lefty quarterbacks. There's a reason that I put everything in Cass's right hand. There's a reason. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna be a quarterback. I'm just saying there's a reason I put everything in his right hand. I'm not gonna set
the lefty pitcher. Then we're good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna set you up for being a lefty. The lefty. No, I need you. And that's saying you can't be a great lefty because there's been plenty of them, right? Or enough of them. I should say. Yeah, enough.
20?
I mean, Steve, Brunel, there's been enough, but I don't like lefties. I've never been a lefty guy. I'll pass. You could tell me the lefty's the best guy ever. And I'm saying, yeah, I might go with the other guy. I'm going to go with the righty. I'm going to take my chances with the righty. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I said it was funny that you said that. That was just my one argument. And that was on the night I got an argument with my boys. I got into a fucking nasty fight with my boys. We were all having a good time. When he came in relief that night and won the national championship game, and he was fucking bada bing, bada bing. I mean, he was spotting squirrels from 100 yards away, and I said, "Pump your brakes, gentlemen." You know what I mean? He's left-handed. They're like, "So, Sway, shut the fuck up. You're a hater." I'm just telling you. There's a track right there.
There's definitely a track record.
This is college. Calm the fuck down, man. Like,
different.
It's just different. You know what I mean? And like
different in one position more than any position in college sports. It's the quarterback position.
It's different.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Different.
You know what I mean? I know they want to tell me what a great thrower he was. You know what I mean? But like, if a guy like Tebow couldn't make it, like, come on, man. Like, that guy was. You're gonna find too many, different guys with better resumes, college resumes. You know what I mean? And toughness and guys that will run through a wall for you. He's give you everything he's got. He's a great locker room guy, great leader. That guy couldn't make it. Come on, dude. You
couldn't sniff it.
Yeah.
And I love me some Timmy, right? But he couldn't
be a tight end. God's sake. I mean, Timmy said I want to be a tight end. I just love it.
Well, first he said I want to try and be a baseball player. And then he was like, all right, now that I'm back on the roids, let me
tackle him, please.
You're absolutely right, Sweeps. It's a crock of shit. I mean, Alabama didn't have the greatest track record of producing pro quarterbacks anyway, especially recently. And then you throw in the lefty side, I was out. Good night.
Yeah, and then, like I said, it just adds, no pun intended.
I feel like people laughed at me when I said
no pun intended. To add injury to insult, Then the guy's hip snaps, fucking ankles facing the other way. Like you had even if he was, let's just say he was healthy. I didn't like him. I didn't like him fully healthy. You know what I mean? Especially over Herbert. Right?
People laughed at me when I thought Herbert was good.
Then you had the duct tape, and that was his decision was easy for you. I mean, once you had the duct tape, it's like, oh my God, this guy, Christ, I gotta have to fucking buy a fucking lifetime supply of Gorilla Glue just to keep this guy together. To keep this fucking guy together. I'll pass. Come on.
I remember talking about draft the mocks beforehand and saying, yo, Herbert can play. And people were like, no, he's inconsistent.
Yep.
He struggles in big games. I said,
That's
okay.
what they tried to say. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I said, okay. Just, if you watched him enough, you would say, okay, that's a guy that has a legitimate top 5 pick, first, second quarterback off the board.
Mm-hmm.
All the makings of what you looking at in a franchise quarterback. Can move, his capability, plus a big boy.
Yeah.
Like, fucking rocket arm. I don't know what else you're looking at.
No, you're
Even
right.
Even Arizona, you could argue it.
Oh, yeah.
But Kyler's a pimp when he's on the field. So I mean, I'll give them that. You know, Kyler's a little baby, but he's good. So you know, they're different. But I would always take the 6'5" guy. You know what I mean? I'm not going lefty, and I'm probably not going to go under 6 foot. So I'm gonna go with the big boy. And if he fails, then we fail. If he fails, we fail.
That's it. You hit it right on the head. Like nobody's saying it's 100% accurate, or it's going to be fucking 100 out of 100 where you're going to be right. You know what I mean? Like we'll revisit it. We're Greg came in late, so let's stay up. You know what I mean? Let's hang out. Right? But I Ryan Leaf guy right here, right? Team Ryan Leaf missed on him. Loved him. Loved everything about him.
Yeah, you didn't know the extra though.
He was a jerk off. I didn't know the extra. Great call. I didn't know. I wasn't giving him the fucking wonder lick. He wasn't in front of me in an interview where I say, hey, how come you're looking over there? Fucking weirdo. What are you doing? Eyes up here.
In the bathroom.
I mean, like,
you know what I mean?
I just saw you kick a fucking little puppy on your way in the fucking into the fucking meeting. I know you're fucking psych. Okay, you're out. Yeah, I didn't have access to that, so thank you for that. Appreciate you. But I'll still fucking be a man enough to accept my fucking wrongs. You know what I mean? Love the guy. Loved Ryan Leaf. Right? So you're gonna miss because you're built. You know what I mean? But like I said, just looking at that guy, I mean that's your prototype quarterback. You know what I mean? I understand that the game has changed. You know what I mean? Like the NFL has changed. You know what I mean? But like Tua is not a little right-handed guy that can scoot. You know what I mean? So if you wanted to take a gadget guy and you don't want to take the guy with the fucking rifleman, you know what I mean? Okay, then you flip the coin and okay, you try to be 2021 the NFL. Okay, but that guy ain't going nowhere. Like,
and it's not like Tua ran a 4.40, right? You know, so it's not like
he's not going anywhere.
He's not moving anywhere, especially on his glass hip.
They all blew you on how elusive he was, which I think is cute in college.
Yeah, he's elusive enough. He just got slammed in the ground.
The fact that he was a winner, you know what I mean? But like you said, it's Alabama. So I throw that out the window. Like, I don't take anything away from Saban. You know, once again, if people yell, Nick, you're a hater. I'm not a hater, all right? But
he's gonna get top recruiting
class. I hope he can win there. Like, I hope he can win there.
There's fucking 15 guys going off the board in the first round.
I hope
15 guys a year. 15 guys a year. If you can't win there, where can you win? You're the biggest loser of all time. Like, it's easy to win there. I don't want to say it's easy to win there, but you got to be. He's a great recruiter, and he built it to be easy to win there. But
guys like Greg McElroy won there. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Like, sorry, not sorry.
He's down a booth.
You know, like, do a good job in the booth, Greg. You know what I mean? Like, come on, buddy. Like,
I think that's a fumble.
I thought it was too live, but
Terry McCauley's piping in. I can't hear him.
Oh, tuck roll.
Are they calling the tuck?
No, that's a loser. They don't call this a fumble.
I don't even know what these replays anymore. Like, half the time they get a replay and they still get it wrong.
My uncle, I'm in a week, and I'm going to do this weekly, and I'm probably going to keep naming the same guy as long as he's healthy. But my uncle in a week again is Matthew Stafford. I'll say it every week. Every week he fucking balls. Good for fucking you because you did everything the right fucking way. Yeah. You did everything the right way. You're everything you look at when you say, hey, you're in a bad spot. You're not winning where you're at, but you didn't bitch and moan. You just went out and played. Fucking arm was hanging off, and you still stayed in the game after you almost got killed. All right, so all those things.
They gave him the fumble. They gave him
Never one time.
Starts, like you said, to your point.
Yeah, never one time bitched and moaned about being in Detroit, anything. And Don, if you're still listening, that's how you handle as an athlete, right? You go out the right way. Okay, times are changing. They're changing. You know what? Let me talk inner circle here and say, hey, I think it's the best time for me to be on the move too. Right, if that's the case, right?
But not hold anybody over to Coles,
No.
right? Not go public. Yeah,
nobody knows. Nobody knew anything.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, he's with the Rams. So good for you doing it the right way, and hopefully karma continues to pay off for you. Because if there's a guy, like I said, I always want the Eagles to win a ring. It's not realistic this year, but so if there's a team and a guy, not a team, but if there's a guy that I would like to see win it, it would be him. Yeah. It would be him because again. Fucking toughness, great quarterback. Nobody fucking talks about. Maybe the best quarterback nobody fucking talked about over the last fucking 8 years. I don't even know. Maybe the best one nobody talks about.
And they're really good too, the Rams. So
yeah, pretty good.
Kudos to him and them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a good point. You know what I mean?
And that ring might just put him over the hump for the Hall of Fame, just because when you look at his numbers that he did compile, right, 5,000 yards all over the time. Just never had any help.
Yeah, well, listen,
then you had the ring.
I never want to say ever because he had one of the best wide receivers.
No, sure.
But to your point,
never had a complete team.
Nothing else. Yeah, there was nothing else there. To your point, just because people are going to be like, Tom, well, he had Calvin Johnson. Well, I know, but they had nothing else.
Yeah,
Jim Schwartz is your head coach.
Exactly. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. You had one fucking guy. That's a terrible thing to do. Come to work every day. First of all, to come to work for that organization, all right? And as we see that, there's a reason why guys, like Barry and fucking Calvin retired, way before they should have, right? Because it's a horrible organization, right? And you can see what happened to Calvin. I'm so glad that he fucking, clowned them in his fucking Hall of Fame speech because he should, right? The guy ran through walls for them. The guy was a fucking Hall of Fame receiver, tremendous fucking teammate, and you make him pay back his fucking signing bonus. Come on, these guys go through fucking hell, man. Get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? So. Shame on them, and if they ever fucking make it right, then maybe he'll come back and you lose access to a guy who can help your young receivers. All right, that's what these organizations don't understand. This guy's an ambassador for your organization that can come back and help. He doesn't have to be a coach, but he just comes back and he talks about a technique, talks about what helped him besides being a physical specimen. You know what I mean? But like other stuff that like that me and you can't do. You know what I mean? Like me and Greg walk in, we want to talk about being an elite wide receiver. People are like, hey, shut the fuck up.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
What route did you run? That's what they'll ask us, right?
He can come
to the fridge.
You're right. Those guys change your organization. To your point, and that's what's spot on about it. Like what you said is like those guys, Barry, Calvin, they come back and they bring something to your organization that other guys will sign there. Like different things will happen. You can grow your organization the right way. When you got guys like that and players know that to this day, people, it's a place you don't want to be, right? They're thought about it even around the league. Players know I don't want to go to fucking Detroit.
No, it's paper bag central, buddy.
Yeah. So
that's
kudos to Matt.
That's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously there's other reasons that go into it. You know what I mean? But when two Hall of Fame guys won't even come back in the building. You know what I mean? Like that's a sign you got to look in the mirror and you got to fucking change things. You know what I mean? Like you got to make some major changes. You know what I mean? And and like I said, I feel bad for the fans like Don. You know what I mean? It doesn't affect us. We're just NFL guys. We have our own teams. You know what I mean? But like as outside guys watching the NFL and just seeing what a fucking train wreck it was. You know what I mean? Yeah. But to your point about Stafford, that guy endured an 0-16 season. You know what I mean? Didn't say a word, didn't point fingers, didn't do this, didn't do that. And just, like I said, couldn't be more happy for him. You know what I mean? And, anybody that's, like I said, doesn't see it or doesn't, hates on Matthew Stafford is just, it's embarrassing. Shame on you. You know what I mean? Like, guy's done it the right way. And like I said, I'm pulling for him.
And during those bad seasons was probably injured enough to where he could have been like, yeah, I'm out this week.
Oh,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like, but no, the guy he is, the competitor he is, he like, no, my team needs me, even though they went 0-16. It's
Yeah. He had like some, I don't think he had a far streak, but he had like definitely over 100 straight.
oh yeah, it was
something.
I think it's still going on now.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, now he missed one near at the end with a thumb or something. You know what I mean? Like right before he got traded that year. His last Lion year, he had like a thumb injury or something.
Okay.
And that was
136.
There you go. And it was like, it was like a thumb injury or something.
Ranked 7th all time.
Yep.
Active guys ahead of him: Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Great work.
Always.
Definitely good stuff, boys.
Always great work.
Almost 3 bills on a Sunday night. Just fucking
Just spitting it.
Just yakking on a bone.
Just over here chewing. Yep.
And a good game here too. Packers just as before we go off the air, Packers up 6, 2:40 to go. Will Jimmy G show you his true colors, which we already know, or will he lead his team to a victory?
Just missed Adams there too. I think if you throw back shoulder, you get a TD there. Maybe not on that play, but at least you get down to the 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't watched the whole game. I had the Yankees on, but has Lance only played around the goal line? Like,
yeah,
Yep.
I think he only has 2 snaps, one
Why
of which is a
even draft
touchdown.
yeah,
Why
what are you doing, Kyle? I mean, this is why you lost the Super Bowl. I mean, sometimes, you got your finger up your own asshole. Like, what are you doing, pal? Like, you might as well use him. I mean, I understand loyalty and stuff like that, but, Jimmy G ain't your guy, bro. He's not the guy. And I don't know if Trey Lance is, but you got to give him more plays than 2, like you said, around the goal line. See if the guy can stretch the field and throw one. I might have hit Debo. Was that interference? I might have hit him right in the numbers.
Yeah, I thought he was going to throw on a strike since we were talking. Right? Like I was waiting for the zip.
As soon as it went up, I was like, "Oh, it's not your guy." And he stick it right in the face mask. Fuck you, Sweeps. Stick it right.
Yeah, I was blowing on it. I was blowing on the ball. I'll tell you one thing though. I won 75 hours on Fan Up the other night on Thursday night. Yeah, it was cool. They text message you, right, and then they send your money right over just to confirm your PayPal info, and then they send the money over to you. It's great.
Nice.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So I won the Thursday. Well, I didn't win it, but I came. I ranked in the money on the Thursday night game. I'm ranking top 40 for the year-long contest, which you can win up to $225K, tickets to the Super Bowl, right, etc. So I'm ranking in the money there. I'm ranking like I'm at like $250. I'm ranking there for the season-long one, and you can use the code A2D and get 5,000 bonus points, which is a $50 value at fanup.app or on the Apple Store. You can just look up FanUp. It's awesome because there's no salary cap. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no salary cap. So you're unlike the Phillies, right? You're just spending. It doesn't matter. You pick your best players.
Sorry.
It's more money than I've won on DraftKings, and I've been doing both. The same amount of time. Like in terms of daily fantasy.
Sure.
Right? That's what I mean. Not in terms of the other side of it. Just in terms of daily fantasy, it's been great. So I really enjoy it. So go download the app. They're great people, and I love it. And listen, you get paid right after you win too. So get in on the Monday night game tomorrow night. Get in. It's Eagles. So put your lineup in tomorrow night and try to win some money because you enter these contests for 5,000 bonus points. You can enter a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So you might as well go do it and then get used to the app. And then if you run out of bonus points, then so be it. But you won't because you're going to probably win some money if you're decent at it. And we're always brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. Love our doc. Go make them yours. And always get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Head to toe, baby. Head to toe. Shave them up. And listen, one more thing. Tomorrow night, so a little quick program alert, and then we're out of here, is tomorrow night, no Monday Morning Quarterback, no Sports Sounds, no Flight Zone. That will be combined live reactions, Eagles-Cowboys. So we'll just combine them up. We'll see if Brad shows his face being 0-3. I can't confirm or deny that.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes is right.
That's an off night for Brad.
Could be. Jimmy? No, watch, I'll throw the flag now. But listen, looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change of career or brokerage, contact our guy Alan Foy, eXp Realty, 302-682-8820. Go talk to him. Alan Foy, Alan J. Foy on Facebook. You can find him. Go talk to him. It's a great time to sell. If you got the puzzles to buy, go buy it up. Go snatch up. But listen, that's the guy to go to. Great friend of the A2D family. Boys, Greg Milakovic, Nick DelGozzo. Brian Wilson was here, not here any longer. Refuses just to pick up the computer I said he can borrow. So he'll continue to struggle. Trying to make the guy's life easier. It's all I try to do, and he's just stubborn. Like a mule. Like a mule.
Struggle boss.
Like a mule. I might just put it in his car one day. All right, boys. Great shit.
Good
Tomorrow
stuff.
night, let's fucking go. Find
Go
a way to win
Birds.
a football game. Find a way to win a football game. And we'll be talking to you.